Hello and welcome back to Talk Norwich City for another live watch along. 10,000 of you, more than 10,000 of you tuned in to see us beat Rotherham at the weekend. And tonight it's Birmingham City, the opponents. I'm absolutely delighted to be with Chris Reeve this evening to watch this game with Chris. How are you?
Mate, looking at that lineup, I am excited. Very, very excited. To put it frankly, I think Daniel Farke has genuinely aroused me, and I'm sure a lot of people will feel the same about Daniel Farke. I never imagined in my wildest dreams that he would pick a front four of Hugill, Cantwell, Buendia, and then Pukki just in behind Hugill. I think that could be a match made in heaven, and this could be that deadly duo that we've kind of frothed at the mouth with, ever since Hugill joined the club. So, yeah, I'm unbelievably excited. I'm sure people in the comment section will feel the same way.
Definitely, yeah. A really exciting evening ahead as we pop our heads to this. This is the team for this evening. Tim Krul in goal, an unchanged backline of Max Aarons, Grant Hanley, Ben Gibson and Javi Quintilla. An unchanged midfield of Lucas Roop and Oliver Skipp. And then there is change in behind the striker, Adam Eder and Marco Stiepermann out, Timu Pukki and Todd Cantwell in, and then it's Jordan Hugill and Emi Buendia. As Chris mentioned there, Pukki in behind Hugill. That is quite the turn-up, and Todd Cantwell back in the side. I'm really intrigued with this. No Poeta and obviously no Stiepermann. There is a lack of pace in behind Hugill. I suspect Farke's thinking is that Birmingham are going to be set up deep. We're not going to necessarily need to get in behind them on many occasions. It's just needing that creativity to try and break Birmingham down. Is that how you've read into it?
Yeah, no, I think so. And honestly, I think Daniel Farke deserves a lot of praise and credit for the starting lineup. I think it's a positive one. I think it's a proactive one. And I like the fact that we've got a plan B on the bench as well. I really like the look of us tonight, Jack. I think I can see nothing other than a win, dare I say. I'm sure someone will clip it up if we lose. But yeah, I just feel really confident. I don't think you need, when you've got a ball carrier in Timu Pukki, as long as we feed the ball into Timu in that position, I think we'll be super effective. I really do. But look, if it's not working at the end of the day, I'm sure Daniel Farke will make the change. Don't forget that, of course, Todd Cantwell can play there, so you could potentially switch those two if it wasn't working. So yeah, I think it's a match made in heaven. And one of the things I was going to bring up, just because I was chatting to someone off air about this, and I don't think I've ever actually broadcast this until this point. I just wanted to basically say, when we signed Hugill, the first thing I did was I messaged Robert Snodgrass and I said to Snoddy, what do you make of Hugill? Like, what is he actually like in training, etc.? What's he like behind the scenes? And he said, I said, what's Hugill like, mate? Deal done to the mighty Yellows. He said, very good, mate. Will score goals for you. Will work super hard. Very strong. Holds the ball up well. Similar to Grant Holt. Now, I know this is early doors, and I know he's only scored one goal, but my God, Jack, like, this does smell of Holty. Like, this could be good. This could be good. I'm buzzing that Daniel Farke is starting him. It's about blooming time. I think, we've been sitting on this kind of potential gem for far too long now. Far too long.
No, definitely. 10 minutes to kick off. So get your score predictions down in the comment section and we'll read them out. Jamie Lauder says, Timu gets assists for Finland. Give the man a chance. Better than him starting over Hugill. Yeah, I completely agree. He has had a few assists for Finland. And let's not forget, he's had assists for Norwich City as well. I think my only reservation going into this game, and it's a very slight reservation, when Timu played out on the left in behind the striker when we first signed him, it didn't work. And that was when he was moved to a lone striker in this system. So let's hope with him being a number 10 rather than out on the wing, he's more effective from that position. I'm sure he will be. I'm sure he'll be up with Hugill for the majority of the game. I'm glad that Eder hasn't been started out on the left. I don't think that worked too well. And I'm really buzzing to see both Cantwell and Buendia in there. As we've said, as Chris said with Brummy Joe on our match preview, Birmingham don't concede many goals. They've conceded 3 goals all season. They're one of the best teams defensively in the whole division at the moment under Aitor Karanka. So I suspect this game could be similar to when we played Derby and we lost that game, and we lost that game for a number of reasons. But hopefully we've changed things going into this. Which player, Chris, do you think is going to have the biggest impact for Norwich City tonight?
I tell you who I wanted to be, and that's Mr. Cantwell. I know he is so up for this game. I'll not begin to tell you, and I'm buzzing to see him start again. Richly deserved. And I hope he proves a lot of people wrong tonight. So that's who I want to make the difference tonight. However, I really do believe that the key man will be Hugill again. His ability to get his head on the end of crosses will be absolutely superb. And I've just got this really good feeling about the Timu Pukki and Hugill partnership. I think it's going to be really effective. So I think that's who I think we'll see be the key men tonight. But look, Jack, it could be Lucas Rupp. And I hope it's Lucas Rupp to prove you wrong. So I think we're in a really, 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 really lovely point at the moment. But it's really, really important that look, the Championship is all about consistency. It's about stringing together 3, 4, 5, even 6 wins on the bounce to like really move up the table and kind of put your flag in the ground of where or whereabouts you're going to be at the end of the season. I know, obviously we've just bounced back from a win, but that kind of win away to Rotherham, it felt like a bit of a light bulb moment for me. I don't think it's too early to say that. To grind the win out after such a it was a horrible game, wasn't it? We dominated, of course, and we were the better side, but we just scraped it. And to win in the absolute death with a penalty in style says everything you need to know about what this Norwich City have got and are capable of in terms of their fight, their spirit, their endeavour, their passion, their belief. And I think that's coming back now. And I can see by the comment section, people are really confident tonight. It's good to see. It's good to see the fans are up for it. And this is what this is. And I hope Daniel Farke kind of looks at this and goes, bloody hell, look at the positivity that we've injected into the fan base by not only getting a win, but starting an attacking team and going after the opposition rather than playing like the safe game. Like, I think that's a really important thing to do. So yeah, I'm just full of excitement. I'm the same as everyone in the comment section. I'm buzzing for tonight, Jack. And you know what? I know that you've said that Birmingham have got one of the best defenses in the league so far. But for me, I think we're going to absolutely dominate them tonight. I think we're going to smash their back door in. I think it's going to be 4-0.
Wow. Really?
Mate, I think we're going to win 4-0.
Do you not think we're getting slightly overconfident after a scraping through against Rotherham?
Possibly, mate, but I'm a football fan and I've just got this feeling. Got this feeling about tonight.
Well, Josh Holland agrees with you. He says 4-0, up the notch. All things Norwich says 8-0 Norwich City. James Young, slightly more conservative, 2-1 City. Crispy 1 Canary, Norwich 2, Birmingham 0. Lots of people in the comment section this evening predicting a clean sheet, and that's positive. I think the defence on the whole against Rotherham and also against Derby, to be fair, for large portions of that Derby game, we have looked solid. I thought, other than the mistake he made against Rotherham, and it was a big one, it cost us a goal, I thought Grant Hanley was fairly solid considering his, it was being introduced in at the deep end. I think Ben Gibson's been a marvellous addition for Norwich City. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes to kick off. Chris, have you got your iFollow all set up?
I have indeed, sir. What are you currently seeing on your screen? I'm
seeing a lot of men with pitchforks in there.
Yeah, me too. I think we could actually be in time tonight, Jack. Which makes and people will be able to know I'm not just wearing a hat. I have actually managed to fix my light after it having an absolute battering after we scored that 95th minute penalty. A lot of people have said RIP to my lamp. So just obviously thought I'd show you guys that I managed to get it fixed in time. So I hope you appreciate that effort that I've lit up my room for this occasion.
Chaz Tat saying, we are on Sky Sports main event too, boys. We are, but we are very much committed to iFollow. So we'll be using iFollow. It's easier to do the streaming stuff as well.
No, Jack. We're not committed to iFollow. We're committed to you guys. We're committed to putting on this show for you guys because we can't do Sky and be on our streaming platform at the same time. So this
Indeed. Definitely. We've already had a few people tweet us this evening with their setup of how they're watching the football and us. Now, we peaked at 1,000 live concurrent viewers at the weekend and over 10,000 different people watched. We would love for you to tweet us a picture of the match on the telly or us on the telly and you watching along. So tweet us at Talk Norwich City, and we'll retweet all of them.
100%, totally agreed. I'll make sure of that for sure.
Definitely. Phil Atherton says, haven't had Cantwell, Pukki and Buendia on the pitch at the same time this season. Add that to our extra dimension of Hugill, championship beaters. Look, Phil, I think if you would have said to me at the start of this season and said post-transfer deadline day, we would have Todd Cantwell, Emi Buendia, Jordan Hugill and Timu Pukki as a front four in the championship, like that is surely one of the most sought after championship attacks. We've got a player in there who scored 30 or 29 league goals at the last time of asking. We've got a player in Jordan Hugill who was sold for £8 million not so long ago. A player in Emi Buendia who were linked with some of the biggest clubs in Europe and was valued at £30 million. And Todd Cantwell, and Max as well. Like, we've got players in there who are worth significant amounts of money, and more importantly, proven themselves at this level before. And I think that's so important. With that being said, I think it's really important not to underestimate this Birmingham side. I don't think it's going to be a championship classic. I'm surprised Sky Sports have picked this as their main game. I don't think there's going to be tons of goals. I don't think there's going to be tons of goals past Tim Krul either. So this is a completely different fixture to what we had against Rotherham. Rotherham was get it done, get out of there with 3 points. Somehow we did, and that's amazing. And now we've got a real opportunity with two home games in a row to build off of that result. If you can turn the next 2 games into 2 victories, that's huge. That would take us to 13 points, and you're then looking upwards rather than downwards. It's also worth noting that this season, and this was highlighted by Michael Bailey, we've led in football games this season for about 5 minutes. Like, we've actually been ahead in football matches for about 5 minutes, and we've won 2 games of football. That's miraculous. So we need to start being more convincing. Chris, on my screen, I've just seen the Birmingham team lining up.
Yeah, me too. Me too,
Brilliant.
mate.
I think we're in sync. Okay, 2 minutes to kick off. Final thoughts ahead of this game.
Look, Jack, let's enjoy it. It's of course such a shame that we're not there tonight. Of course, under the lights at Carrow is always a special occasion, but I think just sit back and I feel like I can enjoy this tonight rather than enduring it like we did at Rotherham. You know, we're at home, full of confidence, and I feel like I'm talking up a potential loss here, but I just think Norwich fans should just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show tonight. We've got such a good team. Like, we've got such a good starting lineup there. Credit to Daniel Farke. So let's have a lot of faith in the boys. Let's try and keep positive, even if, dare we say, we go 1-0 down like we did at Rotherham. You know what's going to happen, Jack. You know the way the Birmingham are going to play. They're going to sit back. They're going to try and hit us on the break, and then they're going to try and then park the bus as soon as they get that goal. That is the blueprint for trying to beat Norwich City, particularly at Carrow Road. So for Norwich fans, let's keep the faith, and let's make sure we vent our anger and our frustrations in the comment section in this stream. And let's keep up the positivity tonight, Jack.
100%. A big thank you to Lynn on Twitter, who's tweeted in watching the show. The worry is, Lynn, you haven't got any of the football on. It's just us. So if you're fully relying on us to talk you through the game, then fair enough. It's going to be a different experience to what you'd get with Chris Gorham. But I can assure you, you'll have fun nonetheless. Right, okay, the teams are out. This is a really big game for Norwich City. Get your score predictions, as I said, in the comment section. We'd love to hear where you're watching from. There were people from all over the world in the last stream. Oliver Parton, let's get this elephant out of the room quickly. Chris, how's the lamp?
It's okay now. Thank you very much. It took a battering, as we know. Actually, it's not about the lamp. My head, man. I had an egg bruised on my head afterwards. I properly bonked it. I just lost my head. Literally lost my head. So yeah, the lamp's doing well. Just a small expense, and managed to get it fixed and back in place. So thank you very much.
Brilliant, great to see. Lots of people saying, "Go on."
Jack, are you sharing everyone's tweets of their setup on the Talk Norwich City account?
I have been, yeah.
Amazing, good news. That's what we like. Don't forget, guys, please do get your pictures in of you watching the game with TNC tonight. We want to see all of those, and we'll try and share as many as possible. And also get your mates involved, tag them, welcome them to the party. Let's enjoy this game together. Lots of banter, lots of questions, lots of good laughs. Jack, the team's coming together now.
Yeah.
I think I'm falling in love with Ben Gibson.
Me too, mate. I know it's early days, but me too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm just recently engaged, but I just can't take my eyes off him. I really can't take my eyes off him.
This is worrying, Chris, because last week you broke the lamp, and I'm sure your lovely fiance wasn't happy with that. And tonight you're declaring love for Ben Gibson. I mean, you're walking on thin ice here, surely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You've got to be careful about these things, but Jack, you've got to make sure TNC is a priority.
Definitely. Okay, kickoff is upon us. I just want to share a quick tweet before we get off and underway, and it's this: Ryan is watching the football on the small screen and us on the big screen. That's the way it should be done, Ryan. That's brilliant to see. Absolutely love it.
Oh, here we go. Anel Hernandez has just WhatsApped me. He said, another win, let's go, with a screenshot of us on his screen. So hello, Anel Hernandez. Welcome to the stream tonight.
And we are underway. Chris, is it underway on your screen?
Yeah, we're well underway, mate. We're well underway. We've got a Tim Krul goal kick on my screen. And we will be giving people a little timestamp, by the way, throughout, just to let you know where we are at in the game, because I know that a lot of people last time were saying that. So that is good indeed. Owen says, kick it off. Yeah, I agree. Throw it in, have a little scrimmage. Michael Garwood says, evening, lads. Evening, Michael. Hope you're well. Anel, you're watching on Twitter, Anel, so get your tweet in, mate. Let's make sure we can get you up.
Early chance for Norwich here is Javi Quintilla gets forward. It's headed out by Birmingham. Early pressure from Norwich City. I think it could be this way for quite some time this evening.
Hopefully it's this way for quite some time. Jamie, OTBC, couldn't agree more, could not agree more. And here we go, by the way. Jesus, wow. Greetings from Argentina. Let's get the 3 points. Hello, Argentina. Welcome.
Hello, Gonzalo.
How amazing is it that people are watching this worldwide, Jack? I cannot get my head around that.
It's brilliant, isn't it? I'm just sharing some tweets. Sorry, I'm being slightly rude. I'm sure Norwich will score by the time I've done this.
No, it's fine. Do not worry at all. Anel keeps screenshotting, saying he's watching. I absolutely love that. Anel, please put a comment in. Let's prove to people that you're watching, please.
Absolutely amazing. I just want to thank you. We've had about 20 tweets come in of your setups. We really do appreciate it. If you think your friends might enjoy it, then let them know. This is a brilliant one. This one comes in from Cheesy Geezer. He's got a glass of wine on the go, TNC, and Norwich on the big screen. Love that, Cheesy.
Cheesy Geezer, of course, Norfolk's best cheese supplier, without a shadow of a doubt, supplying all of the best restaurants. Good evening to the Cheesy Geezer. We look forward to our sponsorship next season. Okay,
let me. What's the timestamp on yours, Chris? I've got 2:03.
Me too, matey.
Brilliant. Me too. Okay, so if go on.
Gladiator Gamer says, "Come on, you yellows." Couldn't agree more with that. Couldn't agree. I'm trying to find.
I don't know about everyone in the comments, but I haven't been too bad in terms of missing Carrow. Like, I of course miss Carrow Road, but it's really hit me today with these. I love these games under the floodlights. Oh no, here he is.
Good evening, Anel Hernandez is in the house, and just as
here we go, Norwich City coming forwards here. Jordan Hugill,
free kick, surely. Go on, Maxi.
Maxi, go on, son. Onel, he would have finished that. Falls, that's going to fall to Javi Quintilla nicely on the edge of the box, who crosses one in. It's cleared away. Early pressure from Norwich City. Love this stuff.
Once again, good evening, Anel. Welcome to the
show. Norwich knocking it about. This is liquid football, as Todd Campbell picks up.
Todd Campbell in there. We love to see it.
Corner for Norwich City. Lovely ball again for Max Aarons. Watch out, Birmingham's defence. Max Aarons is about.
Here we go. Anel Hernandez again. Win today, boys.
Come on, Onel. I love that Onel's watching this rather than the football.
He's probably got us on one and the football on the other. Just want to, of course, wish Anel well during his recovery. I know he's working harder than ever before and is super motivated to come back. And of course, we all love Anel, don't we? So good to see you. Right, early pressure, Jack. I tell you what I really liked early doors, which I noticed, which I don't think a lot of people would have picked up on. Ben Gibson picks it up, distributes a forward pass straight into the middle. We want to be feeding.
Corner for Norwich, cleared by that.
We want to be feeding Todd Cantwell and Timu Pukki as much as possible. And it's good to see that we're doing that from the back as well. That's what Ben Gibson does. He doesn't just play it sideways. And I personally love to see that in a defender. That's Definitely. A lovely play from that Birmingham player there, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's early pressure from Norwich City again. At the weekend, there were a lot of people saying, why are we not throwing crosses into the box now we've got Jordan Hugill on the pitch? Well, it seems from the early, the first 4 minutes of this game, we are going to be throwing crosses into the box. There's already been quite a few from Javi Quintero and Max Aarons as well.
Yeah, no, couldn't agree more, matey. Good evening, Yorkshire. Hope you're well. Good to see the Yorkshire fan base tuning in. Ryan Mason, of course, Norfolk's best photographer.
Hey,
Come
Ryan.
on, yellows. Good evening to you. Good evening to you.
Chris, I don't know about you, mate, but it already feels as if like we're camped in the Birmingham City half.
That's what we like, mate. That's what we like. Anel, no worries, my man. Anytime.
Let me get this on the screen. Thank you to Eric, who's donated $1. A quick mention, there is the availability to do super chats. Yeah, that pays for Chris's light bulbs. And also a massive thank you to Harry, who's donated £1 as well. So that's £2. That pays for another Chris Reeve light bulb in case of another breakage as Birmingham's keeper goes on walkabouts there. Oh, my goodness, that's an early chance for Norwich City. Birmingham playing it about at the back, nearly caught out there.
Mate, I tell you one thing, right? I'm so excited to see Todd Cantwell on the ball. Like that early play there where he just
that touch from Ben Gibson.
He keeps things fluid. He keeps things moving. He's looking for that through ball. Him and Emi Buendia together is a combination that I'm just so super excited about seeing tonight.
Jamie Lauder is in, and he's saying, Chris Jack timestamp. I am on 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, me too, mate. 5 minutes, 50 seconds, guys. Gollings Vlog says on the ball City. Hello, good evening to you. Oliver Parton says we're playing well. Yeah, I think so far so good. It's obviously early doors, but we're looking very positive, Jack, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. No, it's been a good early pressure from Norwich City. No real clear-cut chances as of yet, but we're knocking it about with pace. It's good to see Todd Cantwell getting on the ball a lot. Emi Buendia causing chaos. Lots of early crosses as Birmingham get a corner.
Right, this is where there is going to be a wee bit of danger, mate. We know what we like from these set pieces. We are, and to be fair, what are you laughing at? Have you seen a funny comment?
Kyle Kenny, can't wait to get back to Carrow, get my hands on the golden goal tickets. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, no, respect to golden goal. Yep, quality golden goal.
Yeah, a lot of you are ahead. If you want a timestamp, I'm at 6 minutes and 54 seconds, so you can sync them up. I'm not going to be saying that.
Hey, absolute air kick there. And, Todd Cantwell, that's the class that he brings. He carefully caresses the ball past the Birmingham midfield there. And absolutely easy for Toddy. That is what he brings. I'm buzzing to see him back on that side.
Yeah, definitely. As you mentioned, Chris, we've got to be careful. We've got to be switched on. There isn't... Oh, bloody hell. There isn't going to be loads of Birmingham pressure tonight, but them set pieces could catch us out.
Well, Jack, I think that's what they'll play for, to be very honest with you. I really do. I just want to make a special shout out to Glenn Sparks here, who's trying to
get forward. Sorry about... It's Jeremy Bella down the right-hand side. Is it Bella? Oh, that's a nice bit of trickery. Oh, blimey.
Oh, and is that Grant Hanley there? Oh, there he is. We love Grant
Good defending from Grant Hanley.
The Norfolk PK. Absolutely superb diving there from Grant Hanley. Glenn, I just want to say, keep going, mate. Get through your work, but good luck, because when the goals are banging in tonight, you ain't going to get through that work, Sonny Jim.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Birmingham... I think they might have watched Rotherham at the weekend and seen that if you do press this Norwich team high, you might be able to carve out some chances. They've had a few decent moments in our half, but I think as the game goes on, as it did against Rotherham, we'll have more of the ball, wear them down, and it's a matter of taking chances. That's a poor ball from Todd Cantwell, his first mistake of the evening.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Look at that, Chris. Absolute workhorse to get it back. And Norwich are going forwards here. It's Todd Cantwell down the left-hand side.
Oh, unlucky. Well played, Hugill.
Hugill.
Mate, I'm excited about this.
That was brilliant from Norwich City. Cantwell gives the ball away really sloppily, and then there's three men within an instant.
Yeah,
getting back, absolute like wolves hunting down their pack.
And most importantly, and we speak about Jordan Hugill, Grant Holt-esque type of player. That tackle there on that Birmingham player to win the ball back very much reminded me of Grant Holt's famous one against Ipswich Town. It just he can nick those things, and that's what I like about Jordan. He never gives up. His fight and endeavour is always there, and we've needed that for such a long time. And when you've got players leading the line in your team doing that, I think it transpires across the squad. I think all of the other players, they look at Jordan all the time up top on his own, working hard, and it just gives the whole team that extra kick up the backside. So I think that is absolutely brilliant. Jamie says, here we go, Grant Hugill. Chris is onto something. Well, I'll tell you now.
Grant Hugill.
Remember the name, Jordan Hugill. It's going to happen. That's a lovely, lovely pass. Oh, Emi Buendia. God, he's saucy.
I tell you what, we're moving the ball at such tempo tonight, which is really, really pleasing. Lovely. Javi Quintilla down the left. Lovely little ball in. That's Lucas Roop on the edge of the box. So we'll give it back to Javi Quintilla. Todd Cantwell.
Play Toddy.
Buendia. Oh, this is liquid football from Norwich City.
Oh, this is poetry.
Quintilla. Oh, it's Hugill. Oh, Rose arriving at the back post.
It's coming. It's coming. An early goal is coming. I'm telling you now, guys. Buendia.
We're toying with them at the moment. We've got them on strings like a finely tuned puppet.
Interesting analogy there, Jack. I'll just about accept that from you.
A couple of Ko-fi donations coming in. Thank you to everyone. There's a link in the description. This one in from Chaz Tats. Just lost my Champions League ACCA, so time to watch us win 4-0. Get the Australia in, boys. Other beer brands are available. Chaz Tats, friend of the channel. Good to have you along, my friend, and thank you for the donation. And also from James, really enjoying the content, lads. Keep it up. Also, I couldn't help but realise that if Jack and Chris have a love child, it's Michael Chakravarti. Please look him up. The resemblance is uncanny. Don't know who that is. Doubt we'll be having a love child. But if Hugill does score a last-minute winner tonight again, there is very much a possibility.
Oh, my God. That out of context TNC account is going to enjoy that.
Oh, my God. That ball from Todd Cantwell to release Ollie Skip is absolutely sensual.
Great ball from Skippy. Oh. I don't know why Emmy's gone for a header there, by the way. Owen, he's just dropped a couple of quid in.
Go on, Owen Schaffer.
Nice to see you, mate. Canary's got another prediction in. He says 3-0. Pookie with 1, Gibson with the 1, and Ida. Love to see that prediction. Absolutely brilliant indeed.
Just quickly back to Owen on the super chat. He did say, welcome the return of Farkball. The early signs in the first 12 minutes of this game do show that there is something that we're passing the ball at more tempo. And to be honest, like, it's simple, right? You've got Buendia in there. You've got Cantwell in there. That's going to be the case. These are upper echelon players.
Do you know what? I really like the fact that we're playing this liquid football against Karanka. He must be having Wembley nightmares again.
Of course, yeah.
Of course, managed Middlesbrough in that famous win for Norwich City, where we toyed with them there. It was a walk in the park, really, wasn't it? And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see that again tonight, indeed. How are you, Jack? How are you feeling at the moment?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling calm at the moment. If anyone was watching at the weekend, you would have noticed my kind of journey as a football fan throughout the game. Very composed. Then we concede or something goes wrong. And I'm like, I mellow out then. I go numb to it all. And then the urgency sets in of, oh my goodness, we're going to lose or we're going to win. And then the nerves kick in. And from 80 minutes onwards, I'm absolutely unbearable.
Yeah, I had to pick you up. I remember you getting quite negative. And then, of course, I called it the scoreline, Jordan Hugill to score. And it happened. So there you go. Co-Gunnell, I think that's how I pronounce your name. Time check, please. We are on 12 minutes and 53 seconds.
Correct. Emi Buendia with lots of space. Do not give that man space, I can assure you. He will create utter carnage.
Do you know what, Jack? Obviously, thank you, by the way, for everyone that watched the live opposition preview yesterday with Brummy Joe. Absolute top guy and some great banter. But my goodness, my God, he was negative, and it's just given me so much confidence because he was like, "Well, I guess hopefully Scott Hogan does something tonight," but he seemed very like meh about it, and so that gives me a lot of faith that we can do a job on these boys today, particularly when their own fans are saying things like that.
It was interesting when I was watching it. He said that their main threats are the wingers in Sanchez and Bella, so you kind of assume that they are going to be set up with that counter-attacking style, and it does look at that it's going to be that way. I mean, they've hardly touched the ball in our half. They've had a corner, but it's been all Norwich. We're knocking it about with such tempo in these little triangles that you learn as a young kid playing football. Todd Cantwell, I mean, when he gets on the ball, he makes things happen, doesn't he?
You know what I was going to say, Jack? What I've noticed straight away in this game, we're playing with a bit of swagger about us. We're playing with our chests puffed out and our shoulders back. And it's about time that we've seen this like we saw this in our league-winning campaign, under Daniel Farker. There is a swagger about this Norwich City team in the first 15 minutes, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. And the early goal is so important. We know Norwich City's record. I know that changed at the weekend, coming from behind to win, but often when Norwich go behind, we don't win football matches. So it's important we score early, especially against a team like this who, if we don't score early, they will drop deeper and deeper and deeper, and then it becomes really tricky to break them down. By the way, thank you to everyone continuing to tweet in their setups for the evening. One of you, Barry Cullis, the fisherman, is also clearly a darts player. Let me get this up. This is unbelievable.
By the way, Barry with his fish yesterday just made me die with laughter. For any of you that watched the live opposition preview, it's well worth going on our Twitter account to see that. That guy is a legend. We love Barry, friend of the channel indeed. Here we go, Brummy Joe, Barry.
There he is.
He knows. Brummy Joe, thanks for tuning in. And once again, thank you for taking part in the opposition preview. Yesterday, the first live opposition preview of the season indeed. This is lovely. Oh, no, we love a Yami, though. We'll have that. This is lovely. Adam Cartwright. Oh, no. That's the comment I wanted. Oi, lads, from Daddy and Imogen in Devon. Well, good to see we've got some Devon supporters, lovely part of the UK. Jack, just to make this controversial early doors.
God.
What is the worst place in the UK for you?
Oh, I'm not going there.
Oh, really? Wow.
What's the worst place I've been to in I tell you what always does look quite bleak, but I've never been there. I've drove through there quite a lot. Walsall.
Oh.
I'm sure it's a nice place, but whenever you go past there on the motorway and you look to Walsall's ground, it doesn't look the best. Anyway, Barry's back and he's playing darts. Watching this evening, just playing darts and listening to you and Chris. Brilliant. Good to see you, Barry. And also, Birmingham are attacking here. Let me quickly get this up. A cat is watching with Richard and a can of beer. And also,
chance for Birmingham. Hey, Johnny Wilkinson. Don't worry about it, Johnny Wilkinson.
Yeah, Birmingham Sky have a good chance for them. Richard's watching with his cat, a can of Heineken, and some waffles, beans, and cheese.
I think that could well be the best setup pictures so far. But don't forget, get your setup pictures in, and we will retweet as many as we possibly can. A lot of you are getting your worst places in the UK in the comments, which we love to see. I'm going to put mine in.
Well, that's harsh.
I'm gonna put mine in there straight away. Hull.
Hull.
Hull is
former city of culture.
They've bought that. That's corruption at the highest level. That's FIFA levels of corruption. Absolutely superb hold up play from Teemu Pukki there. Absolutely brilliant.
Oliver skipping past players there.
Mate, that was a bit corny, but I'll take it. Skip with the ball forward. See, I love the swagger about this team. Always looking for that forward pass, Jack. Absolutely brilliant.
The good thing that I'm liking with Buendia, Pukki and Cantwell is they're all kind of floating in between positions. They're not sticking to right, left, central. They're floating about, and that's a nightmare to defend against.
Good evening to the Ipswich Town fans weirdly watching in the comments. I'm sure Ryan is correct. You're losing, 2-1 to Doncaster.
Donny, a pretty good side actually, Doncaster.
Yeah, don't underestimate Donny.
So 17 minutes into this game, still no real clear chances for either side. Norwich have had the better of the possession. I'd say that we're teasing Birmingham at the moment. We're getting them ready to go to full tempo. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I was wondering where you were going with that, Jack. It's not beyond the watershed yet, so you've got to be a wee bit careful. I'm just
Buendia edge of the box. Ooh,
just going to try and find the statistics so far, just to see where we are at. Goodness gracious me, 76% possession for Norwich so far in the opening 18 minutes. Just a quick timestamp for everyone, by the way. We are at 18 minutes and 40 seconds. What about this? What about this as well, Jack? 92% passing accuracy, and
that's very good.
And considering how positive and proactive we're being in the midfield and the forward line, that's a pretty impressive stat so far.
Yeah, I think my one-word review of this Norwich performance so far would be zippy. You know, we're zipping it about at pace. We're moving quickly. We're buzzing. That's a lovely ball from Cantwell, headed away. Birmingham, they've literally just got 10 men behind the ball here, as we expected. And when they do get the ball, they're trying to hit the flanks and hit us on the counter. And they do have a bit of pace going forwards. Oh, my goodness.
They can't do that. I really think what Norwich are doing at the moment is wearing them down. Birmingham City, if this carries on for another 45 minutes, we are going to wear them out so badly.
Yeah, and that's what you hope. And even if it gets to 70 minutes in and it's still 0-0, you would hope that we stick to our game plan. That's what we were so good at in the 18-19 season. You know, wearing teams down, but sticking to our game plan and knowing that it's going to work eventually.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate. I think we've, as I say, once again, absolute credit to Daniel Farke for his team selection tonight, and clearly what he said to the lads before the game. Look at that play from Todd Cantwell.
Yeah, he's been brilliant so far.
By the way, how's the ref? Is he given an advantage there? Surely.
Quintilla, it's a chance for Pukki. He's got a fall for Max Aarons. I love how we're in sync tonight, though, because I was a few seconds ahead of you at the weekend. So that's good. Norwich, Cantwell, the creator, out to Quintilla, crosses the ball in. Max Aarons gets there, pulls it back, and unfortunately, it doesn't find anyone. But again, Norwich City on the up, and I've just seen on the possession stats there, it's now to 80% possession for Norwich City as we top the 500 viewer mark across all platforms. Let's try and get that over 1,000 like we did at the weekend.
Yeah, let's do it. And by the way, we massively appreciate the support, guys. We cannot begin. But I also want to say how much it's helping Jack and I, because during these strange times of isolation and COVID this and COVID that, it's so good to bring the Norwich City community together and debate and have a laugh. So honestly, massive thank you for all the support on these. Massively appreciate it.
Definitely. Icanaris says thoughts on Quintilla and Skip. I'm going to throw Gibson in there as well, because he's another of our loanees. He's certainly not a duder. I think from what I've seen from all of them players that they've been good so far. I've questioned Quintilla's defensive ability at times, but I think he's shoring up a little bit. And in a game like this, he can afford to go forwards.
Mate, my grandma is better than Duda, and she's just had both of her cataracts done. So,
Lucas Rupp from distance.
Lucas Rupp, that's what he does, Jack. That is what he does. Arguably the best chance of the game so far.
That's an unbelievable strike.
That is Rapinho for you, mate. Looks up, pulls the trigger. Oh,
it's a routine save.
No. But you know what? I'm a massive fan of what I call forcing a save. Just pepper the goal with shots. Especially in the first half.
Corner met by nobody.
No, just put the pressure on early doors, mate.
This is relentless from Norwich City as Buendia lines up from distance and strike.
It really is. Jack, it does, and I know this is going to get clipped up if we lose, but it just feels like as soon as we score, that the floodgates are going to open tonight. The football that we're playing is absolutely sublime so far, sublime. Yeah. And Daniel Farke is there. He's talking to probably Chris Domagala, saying, "Can I work them any harder?" And he's saying, "No, Daniel, we've already tortured them this week." He looks like a man that means business tonight, Jack, doesn't he, Mr. Farke?
Yeah, no, and he's got something to prove. He's still under pressure. I mean, what was it, 2 or 3 wins in 16 games? It's certainly not a record he'll be proud of, but he'll be so happy with, I think, the performance as well as the result of the weekend. I didn't think the performance was terrible. 21 shots on goal is something to be proud of. And as long as we can, if you go in a championship game and shoot 21 times, a few of them are going to go in. I know we gave up chances against Rotherham, but it was the way in which both teams set up. Tonight, we're not going to concede as many chances as we did against Rotherham, but hopefully we'll have just as many as Pukki gets the ball and progresses forward. Lucas Root playing further up the pitch, and I'm liking that so far. It's another cross from Quintilla as Hugo meets it. So many crosses from Javi Quintilla already this evening.
And John, you literally brought that up, so you can comment again, my friend. He said, "What does Hugo look like?" Assume you're not watching. So far, so good. just put a fantastic, try to get a shot away there under a lot of pressure, body at the complete wrong angle, yet managed to force something there. Not had that many opportunities or that much service, but so far so good. His endeavour was absolutely fantastic to win the ball, to create a chance about 10 minutes ago. So look, but I'm not ever going to say anything bad about Hugill. I'm a massive fan of him.
Will Brazier is in the comments. Good evening, Will. I think that's him and Sergio Aguero in the little picture. Would you rather Sergio Aguero up front for you, Will, or Scott Hogan? It's a good question for you. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're doing very well indeed. But I don't wish you too much luck this evening as Birmingham do get forward here. But it's a great tackle from Lucas Roop.
Absolutely. Are you all right, Jack?
Mate, I'm praising him a lot, aren't I?
No, I love that. I mean, I'm starting to wonder whether you're back on the drink, to be honest with you.
No drink for me.
By the way, we've won a corner there. Again, just superb. Stuart Webber, rate his business so far in this transfer window, Jack.
Well, we haven't seen too much of it, but it's certainly better than last season. It's not that that's a difficult thing. I think Ben Gibson's a good addition. I think Quintero is. I think getting £40 million plus for Jamal Lewis and Ben Godfrey is excellent business. And we've kept hold of Emi Buendia and Todd Cantwell, and they're clearly performing to Daniel Farke's standards. That's like 2 new signings.
Jack, I'm starting to wonder, and please tell me to shut up and please disagree with me in the comments, but I'm starting to think that actually we've possibly, as a support base, disrespected Daniel Farke and Stuart Webber over the whole Todd Cantwell Emi Buendia saga, because it almost feels like to me that they've kept them out of the team intentionally just so they don't get the limelight, just so teams don't come in for them. And again,
it's a very risky tactic.
It is a risky tactic, Jack, but maybe they've done it on purpose because they're both back in the starting lineup tonight. And this is the best football we've played all season so far, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll...
Another corner, Jack. We're absolutely dominating Birmingham at the moment. Dominating.
Yeah, we really are. I suspect this is the Will Watts, my good friend Will Watts, watching from a Hypnos bed, Premier in Bury St Edmunds. Name a better setup. I'll wait. Well, if you can top a Premier in Bury St Edmunds, then... you can challenge Will Watts there. Yeah, Norwich very dominant early stages, 80% possession, lots of corners, lots of crosses, lots of shots. Just I was still awaiting the first goal of the evening, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's coming. It's definitely coming. I'm actually getting a bit distracted here because old Nick Mashiter is WhatsApping me at the same time.
Cantwell is everywhere tonight.
Nick's telling me to shut up on WhatsApp because I complimented Daniel Farke. We love you, Nick. Top man. Nick. Thanks for tuning in as always. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, the thing I love about Todd Cantwell, Chris, and he reminds me, and I know you don't like him, but I think this is a compliment. Actually, let's compare him to James Maddison. I was going to compare him to Jack Grealish. The thing with Todd Cantwell is he's willing to drop deep, but it doesn't. Oh, hello, Pookie's in here.
See, by the way, Jack,
Roop.
Lucas Roop wants Jack Reeve revenge, and I am eating it up for dinner, breakfast, and lunch, my friends. I cannot wait to see the look on Jack's face when he powers it in the bottom left-hand corner tonight.
Yeah, what I was going to say there, Cantwell, the willingness to drop deep to get the ball and drive forwards is something we've lacked, and I was worried we might lack that tonight without Stiefman in the side because he does that so well and drives forward, but it's clearly not an issue. I'm loving the look of this setup so far. Again, Birmingham have all 11 men behind the ball. This is going to be tricky to break them down, but we knew this was going to be the case.
We will 100%. I just want to say a massive good evening to Julius Magnusson, who's watching in Sweden. Good evening to you, sir. Welcome to the TNC live stream. Really,
Anders country.
Ryan Mason says goal is coming. Ryan, I agree, my friend. It is coming indeed.
Chris, what have you made of, half an hour into this game now, what have you made of the link up between Pookie and Hugill so far?
Loving it. No, absolutely loving it. I think there could be more of it. I'm actually more excited. I didn't think this would happen as much. And people will say, oh, Chris, Cantwell this, Cantwell that. Genuinely, Cantwell's link-up play with Buendia has been absolutely sublime. And that's been a combination that I wasn't expecting to work as well. And it seems to be, to me at the moment, Jack, that we are playing quite narrow. And we're trying to break Birmingham down that way because we know that they're parking the bus. I would like to see us try and mix it up now, Jack. I know that they've got a couple of big lads at the back, but I'd love to see Xavi Quintilla get forwards a little bit more because it seems like he absolutely has got the time and space and ability to do so. Whip some crosses in and let's try and get a Jordan Hugill head or kick or flick on the end because anything can happen. We saw it against Rotherham, absolutely superb cross from Max Aaron's low and hard to score an OG. So I think we should potentially consider maybe mixing it up. But look, Jack, only half an hour in and an absolute domination so far.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more from Pookie. I suppose he's adapting to sitting slightly deeper in that role. I'll tell you what, there's a comment in here from Eleanor. Will there be a TNC broadcast with a framed 7 Roop shirt in the background? Look, if Roop scores 2 goals tonight, I'll get a framed Lucas Roop picture for in here.
Are you being serious?
2 goals and I'll do it.
Wow, you heard it here first, people. Lucas Roop, the bet is on. By the way, skips away there. Buendia, he really is a different gravy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is in this league, mate. I mean, it's laughable how we've scored on the pitch. I mean, it's ridiculous, really.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Do you remember that season when Newcastle were in the Championship and still had that Premier League team, basically? But it was absolutely, they just flaunted all of their best players. It feels like that kind of with this Norwich team.
No, it is indeed. Ryan says Emmy is on fire tonight. Yep, so far so good. A lot of people are starting to get a little bit negative in the comment section, saying that we've still not scored. Yeah, I agree with that. But come on,
it's half an hour in.
It's half an hour in, and compared to our other performances, this is. I feel like this is a Gear 4 or Gear 5 performance, and I feel like all
How
of
many
the
got 6.
Okay, we'll go for a 6-gearer.
Okay.
So we've still got a little bit of way to go, but I feel like all of the other performances this season have been Gear 2 or Gear 3. So I think this is a massive improvement for this Norwich City side tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the people saying we're playing with a bit of flair, I agree. I think we're knocking it about with a bit more tempo. And like we've said, there is only so long this Birmingham team will be able to sustain this kind of defensive shape. I mean, if they do it for the whole game, fair play. But I don't think they will.
And they might do, Jack, because there's going to be teams that come to Carrow this season that will be able to do that. And here we go. This is a bit of positive play from Birmingham. We've not seen them get forward so far. Like,
I don't like this. I don't like this.
No, I like it. I like it all day long when we've got the international goalkeeper, Tim Krul, in goal, safe as houses. By the way, what a penalty save from Tim Krul, King Krul. I mean, someone needs to do the research into this. Tim Krul must have now saved more penalties for Norwich than any other Norwich City goalkeeper in history. Surely he's got to be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
I feel like John Ruddy might be up there due to the amount of time that he was with us, but Tim Krul must be getting up there now. So
I can't remember Ruddy even saving one. I'm sure they did, but
he did in the Premier League, mate. Definitely, 100%. There was. Yeah, of course it did. There was a comment in here. Here we go. Matt Power, good morning to you. And thank you
Matt.
All the way in Australia.
Oh, my goodness. That's an unbelievable ball. And Norwich are in. I just can't find the cross. Happy Quintana again.
Back into the mixer. Well done, Toddy. Back into
that's good idea.
Corner. Oh,
I love this. You know, people are getting to see the groans and the moans of how we and it's what we all do at Carrow, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, it's a bit different to what we do at Carrow, though, Jack. Because normally I'm chanting and shouting and bellowing out the tunes, and then you turning around telling me to be quiet. So it's nice for you to be encouraging me.
32 minutes and 34 seconds for anyone wanting a time check to sync up with us. Now on 32 minutes and 40 seconds.
Charlie Squires, unpopular opinion, we're going to win the league. Wow.
I don't think that's unpopular, sadly, Charlie. I mean, we've got the best squad on paper. I think we've probably got the most valuable squad. So, I mean, from this position, it would be unlikely. But in terms of the early season predictions from pundits and bookmakers, we were the favourites almost.
I think Graham's got a great shout here, and I do apologise. I wasn't alive at the time. That's not a dig, but I actually completely forgot. But Kevin Keelan, by the way, quality Norwich City top trump card. If you've got the Norwich City top trumps, unfortunately I'm not on a an affiliate scheme with the club shop, but I do encourage people to get the Norwich City Top Trumps if you're bored during lockdown with your family. Kevin Keelan, great card, and he's probably definitely made more penalty saves than Tim Krul. Good shout, Graham.
Chaz Tat says, how much of a donation do we need to make for you two to give a cracking rendition of On the Ball City? Crystal will probably do it for free.
No. But I think, but what I would like you to do, Chaz Tats, is if you make a donation tonight of 10 quid to Big C and screenshot it, me and Jack will do a full rendition of On the Ball City on demand. Okay. And seriously, and we're always up for taking bribes if you're going to support our charity partner, Big C. So Chaz Tats, head over to the Big C website, drop a £10 donation and screenshot it, send it to us on Twitter or something like that. And we will sing On the Ball City as loud as possible.
There you go, Chaz Tats. This game has got slightly more.
It's leveled out a bit, Jack.
Yeah,
it's leveled out a bit, isn't it? I think Birmingham have managed to move up the pitch, actually, which sounds so simple, but I think we completely had them under the cosh in the opening in the opening exchanges, and now it does feel like, because Birmingham have literally moved their lines up, it is making a difference. I love that pass from Ben Gibson there, by the way. He's not bothered about passing sideways. Oh, Max Aarons, that's absolutely next level. You know, there's a reason why that kid's been linked to Barcelona. He is absolutely...
a delicious cross Pookie in the box.
Max Aarons is ridiculous. I love watching Max play.
Lucas Root just wants to take shots from the edge of the box, and he should if he's passing the ball.
And I would if Jack Reeve was slagging me off every week. I'd be wanting to take shots to prove a point. So Oliver Parsons says Gibson is quality. Ryan Bevan, good evening, or Bevan. Sorry if I mispronounced your name there. He says God Gibbo. Like that nickname indeed.
Doncaster beating Ipswich 3-1.
Oh, superb news. Julian on Facebook says, Chris, fill in the sentence, always on the old blue and white. Julian, again, for you, my friend, if you donate £5 to me, screenshot your donation. I will sing that song in full on this live stream if you donate £5 to Big C and screenshot it and link it, and I will sing that song in full, my friend.
Essentially, what Chris is saying is he will do anything if people...
Breaking from Ryan, Doncaster 4, Ipswich 1. I think he's being serious. For some reason, I trust you, Ryan. I'm not sure with that profile picture, but I'm Doncaster 4, Ipswich 1. It could be true. A lot of people are agreeing.
Yeah, no, 4-1. And they went 1-0 up Ipswich as well. And it's still, I think they kicked off slightly earlier. This Norwich game has got slightly more static. We predicted exactly this. Birmingham, if the early goal wasn't coming, it will then become increasingly more difficult for this Norwich side to break them down. We've still got, large portions of the ball. So you would hope it's coming.
Jack, a bit of a debate being started in the comments section now by Alex Halford. Always welcome to have a healthy debate. He says, unpopular opinion, I'm not missing Lewis or Godfrey. Jack, what's your take on that?
I think we'll miss Lewis more than we miss Godfrey. I think 100%. I think Javi Quintilla is a downgrade on Jamal Lewis, but the money there was very good. I think what we've seen tonight is Javi Quintilla getting 5 or 6 really good crossing opportunities and not find anyone. I think Jamal finds someone from them areas. I think Ben Godfrey will be a miss. I think it's undoubted. He's a very good player, especially at this level. But the replacement of Ben Gibson, this is a player that was worth £8 million just a few seasons ago and has started the campaign very well. I think we might be saying differently if we get an injury to one of them centre-backs.
Superb play from Todd Cantwell there. Xavi gets a shot away, fallen to Todd. Pen shout? No chance. Look, Jack, I'm not going to. Oh,
that's Pookie's in here.
Pull the shot away. Toddy!
Cantwell! Oh!
It's tough. He was already on the floor there, so tough to get that shot away, but very encouraging stuff there.
Cantwell's on the floor from the penalty claim, and he's clearly hurt.
Yeah.
And then the cross comes in from Pookie, and it falls at Cantwell, and he's almost having to get up and shoot at the same time. Oh, it's tough, and I feel like his celebration would have been like surfing on the floor, maybe. It's really annoying there because that's the best chance of the game. If Cantwell remains on his feet throughout the whole of that, he scores because he's set. He's got that foundation.
Yeah, but you can understand the reason why he's tried to win the penalty there before people jump on the Todd Cantwell hate bandwagon.
Yeah, of course,
no
of course.
reason.
And I'm sure he would have been hurt.
Yeah. Jack,
that's the best chance of the game though, and it's good because there was clear space behind Birmingham there.
Yeah, no, and Colin agrees with you.
This is class from Brummy Joe. Todd did a Suarez. We forgot he was there. Can you remember when he laid on the floor and everyone just forgot about him and then he scored seconds later? Great memory from Brummy Joe there.
Yeah. Did you mean to get that comment on screen, Jack?
No, I didn't. No.
Well, you're going to
let's read it anyway. Interesting that in the Prem we had the leakiest defence, but the players everyone wants for big money are defenders. Yeah, it's true, and I think it's because it's really tricky to there's a whole load of good attacking players. But not many good defenders. This is a cracking ball. I tell you what, we're in here. Oh, unlucky.
Xavi Quinteer is the best loan signing since Mitchell Dykes. Thoughts? What do you reckon to that, Jack?
Campbell's in. He's in. 3. Todd Cantwell.
He's got to pass it there. I'm afraid he's got to pass it there, which disappoints me, mate. It really disappoints me. That's a big opportunity. Alan agrees. Totally agreed. Sadly, it's a massive chance. And that's frustrating. But maybe some defence, potentially a lack of game time there. But look, I know how much Todd wants to score tonight.
I'm not probably wants it so badly, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's absolutely got to pass it there, and I'm absolutely not going to defend him. That's not good enough from Toddy there.
Look at sorry, I thought Hugo was going to be in there. The possessions, that's 82% possession for Norwich City.
Yeah, lovely. It's really encouraging stuff. Really encouraging stuff.
Norwich should be 1-0 up here. We've created 2 big chances now. I think they'll be defined as big chances on the Opta stats.
Yeah, that's a lovely play. Go on, Toddy, give it. That's a lovely.
Pookie, he's in. Pookie's in.
Pull the trigger.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Birmingham. I mean, this is promising because I think Birmingham are trying to throw some men forwards, or if not, they're just not shaping up as well defensively. And now that's 3 times we've got in behind them. 3 big opportunities for Norwich City.
Yeah, they are gambling. But Jack, there's always something about our defence where I can see a mistake. So let's not count our chickens just yet. That's a pretty Hanley had to be careful there. It's a good challenge in the end, but you took a risk there for sure.
There's so many of these games in the Championship, isn't there? When you're the favourite and you've got the better squad, especially at home, and when there's no fans, if Birmingham fans were there tonight, they'll probably be encouraging their team to get forward slightly more. Birmingham are more than happy. I tell you what, we said Cantwell should have squared it there.
No, he hadn't, Jack. No, that you can't defend that. To Pookie there, it's blatant.
I think he's.
No,
I don't know, mate.
No, I'm sorry. I've got my Todd Cantwell glasses on 24/7, 365. He's got to pass it there. No excuses. You can't.
Corner from Birmingham, cleared by Buendia. I don't know. I think that. I'd like to see that again. It looked as if the square ball had been cut off.
You're wrong now, I'm afraid, mate. I'm sure people in the comments will agree or disagree. Let's get your opinions on that. Should Todd Cantwell have passed it or not? Would you have taken the shot? I certainly think I would have done, particularly after the amount of abuse that I'd been received. Of course, he's very, very hungry for a goal tonight. Birmingham starting to get into the game slightly more now, Jack.
Yeah, the game opening up here.
Playing around with it on the edge of the box. That's a chance for Birmingham. Oh, it's quite close. It's quite close to be fair.
It's Bella and it's Sanchez, isn't it, for Birmingham? Just as Brummy Joe pointed out, they're the 2 players on the left and right as the wingers, and they're the danger for Norwich City. And if we give them too much of the ball, we are going to be seeing problems. That was close for Birmingham.
No, that is absolutely a chance. It really is. I'm absolutely fascinated to understand why an Ipswich Town fan is in here tonight saying Lambert.
I know exactly why, Chris.
Go on.
It's either this or watch your team getting absolutely hammered by Doncaster.
Do you know what I say, Jack? Lambert in.
Oh, mate, Lambert's an absolute miracle worker.
Yeah, legend. I mean, he's not quite at Mick McCarthy levels yet, but yeah, no, absolute top man. Looking forward to the moment that he tells his own fans to fuck off. I'm really going to enjoy that. It's not beyond the watershed yet. Apologies for the swear word there. Jack, Just wanted to go back to your point earlier, that debate raised by, sorry, I've forgotten your name, about missing Jamal Lewis and Ben Godfrey. I am not going to sit on the fence here. I don't think we're going to miss Ben Godfrey one single bit. I really don't. And people have already given me stick for this, but I just think Ben Gibson is honestly probably one of the most complete defenders we've signed in the last 5 or 6 years. Seriously. He's got everything: physicality, tactical awareness, pace. Again, like I've said it all night long, he picks up the ball and he passes it forwards. He's positive on the ball. He's a leader behind the scenes. You can see already by all of like the content that Norwich are putting out that he's embedded himself in the squad well. So I don't think we'll miss Ben Godfrey a single bit. And also, I've been very, very surprised about Xavi Quintilla. I thought it was actually a bit of an average signing, but I'm so impressed with Xavi. And I would actually say at the moment, we don't miss Jamal Lewis either. And I'm a huge Jamal Lewis fan. And such a nice guy, by the way. I think Xavi is Xavi's really gonna do well this season for Norwich. 100%.
Yeah, I think Xavi's a good player. I think he is a downgrade on Jamal, particularly in them attacking areas.
Here we go. We've got some comments in here. Alistair Harrison, he agrees Ben Gibson over Ben Godfrey. Oakley, he also agrees Gibson is better than Godfrey all day long. Nice of you guys to agree with me.
Quickly, as that ball goes out of play. Remember earlier when they said, there was a few commenters that said if we had a love child, it would look like Michael Chakravarti.
Yeah, go on.
I now know who Michael Chakravarti is. He was the chap of Love Island, and he does look a bit like us, to be honest. Let's show him on screen. Here he is. Chris. That's the combo. I can see it.
Maybe the wrong glasses, but it's a good shout. I just want to say again a massive shout out to the Cheesy Geezer at Cheesy Geezer on Twitter for his setup tonight. Glass of white in the hand, Timu Pukki on the screen, TNC on his phone. Absolutely love to see that from the Cheesy Geezer.
Chris, 40. I mean, there's 30 seconds left of this first half. What's been your thoughts so far?
Couldn't be more positive. Could not be more positive.
Even though we haven't scored?
Yeah, no, 100%, because I think we've set a really good foundation in this game to go and win it now. And I do think Birmingham are the side that are going to benefit the most from coming in at half-time for sure. But I don't know what they can do differently, Jack. I don't know what Birmingham are going to be able to do to stop Norwich City dominating possession as much. There you go. That's half-time now.
Chris, can we do what we did last time? And I'll just quickly nip to the loo.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Well, you read out some comments, and then if you need a little break, I can take over. A little shifting.
I know you've got a weak bladder, Jack. So
yeah, I do.
You bugger off. Right, ladies and gents, get your half-time comments in. I want to hear what you thought of that first half performance whilst Jack is away. I also want to know what your final score prediction is. Looking at that score now, 0-0. We have dominated play. Times in the game where it's 70% possession, absolutely dominating them. But let me know your half-time scores and also what you think will happen in the second half. Really, really excited to see it. Ryan, let's get a bit of banter on against Jack whilst he's away so we can't come back to it. Jack's baby bladder strikes again. Yep, I agree. You should see him on the beers for sure. Blimey, Claire, I think you've probably had too many beers. Like 9-0 Birmingham. Could you imagine? Get a bet on that. Here we go. Jamie, get Holt in for shooting practice because we can't finish. Jamie, I think a bit harsh. I would agree that we've not scored enough goals, but what I would definitely say is it's been a massive improvement in this game. Just looking at the statistics coming up on screen now, can't quite see the shooting yet, but we have dominated all over the pitch, attacking third passes, passing actually key passes. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but Chris, it doesn't matter. We haven't scored yet. I totally agree. That's the most important thing. But there's a long way to go in this game. And as I say, I think we'll be absolutely fine indeed. Adam, I totally empathise with your comment. Totally empathise with it. But let's try and be positive about this. I think there's a long way we can do it. Sam says, Xavi Quintilla is class. Sam, I agree.
Can I just quickly bring my favourite comment of the evening up?
Yeah, go on.
Sam, Jack's bladder is weaker than Ipswich's defence.
I totally agree. That's comment of the night so far. Congratulations. There's absolutely no prize for that, but delighted to see it nonetheless. Michael's take on that first half. Good football, domination, but we should have taken our chances to end this game in the first half. Michael S., YouTube, totally agree with that.
I mean, to be fair, we've only had 2 clear-cut chances. As we've just seen there, Birmingham's keeper has made 2 saves. Cantwell should have scored at least one of his chances. He's had the 2 big chances, one certainly better than the other. Someone has just put there 13 shots, 2 on target, same old story. You know, if we continue at that rate of not shots, we will score. I can guarantee you that. What we just have to be careful of, if we continue in that same performance level in the second half, we will score. Birmingham will have to open up a little bit. They won't be able to keep the shape. We've got pace that can get in behind them. Let's not forget we can bring Boaheta on for a slightly different, angle of attack. So I think that's a pleasing performance from Norwich City. 75% possession, 13 shots. It says on Opta 0 clear-cut chances. I think I disagree with that. But yeah, I think on the whole, a positive start for Norwich.
Jack, breaking news. Earlier on in the first half, Chaz Tats commented saying, Chris, can we have a rendition of On the Ball City? I responded with, I will only sing On the Ball City with Jack if you donate £10 to our official charity partner of the season, Big C. Chaz Tats, what a man. He has donated £10 to the Big C. So, Jack, shall we do it?
Well, you do it, mate. If we both sing, it cuts the audio, so only one can do it.
Right, I tell you what, we'll do it verse for verse. You ready?
I'm gonna stumble on my words here.
Kick it off.
Throw it in. Have a little scrimmage. Keep it
low. Splendid rush.
Bravo, win or die.
On the Ball City. Never mind the
danger. Steady on.
Now's our chance.
Oh, we've scored a goal. City.
Chaz, I hope that satisfies you, my friend. I'm as red as a beetroot after that. But it's all worth it for Big C, of course. All of your donations go towards vital cancer research here in Norfolk. Thank you for your donation. And we are always open to bribes if you're going to donate to our official charity partner.
Definitely. Let us know your halftime thoughts in the comment section. There he is with his pint. Oh, that looks like a fine pint of lager there. Very quiet effort, says Simon. That basically the flat below us has a very young child, and I'm worried that if I was to sing at my loud... Sorry?
Have they complained about the noise you're making, Jack?
They haven't, but I'm wary if I bellow out On the Ball City at 9:15 on a weekday, there might be issues.
Good. That could have gone in all sorts of directions there, and I'm pleased it didn't go down one of them. Co-Gunnell says Christmas album for the Big C. We could do a Norwich City Christmas album. We're doing all sorts. There has been talks, and we're currently in negotiations. Well, I'm in negotiations with Jack to sign a contract on doing a 24-hour live stream for Big C. Let us know in the comments if you want to see that happen. We will get as many top guests on as we possibly can. And if not, we'll just talk nonsense for 24 hours. It's going to be a big challenge. So let us know in the comments if you want us to do it. Matters says, recall Sinani. Thoughts, Jack?
Well, he's scoring goals on loan and is for an international side. I think it's really key for them players, Sinane and Soto, that they get regular game time. And I mean, look at the front four that we've got tonight in Buendia, Cantwell, Pookie, Hugel. You're not telling me that Sinane is getting in that side. So
John Boy on the ball trance remix.
I saw a question here. L Tricks TNC for official halftime entertainment. Look, tweet Norwich and say get Tampa time out, get TNC time in. We'll create some fun in half time. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, we will. I'm not sure what. Maybe a podcast on the pitch at half time. Who knows?
It'd be a short one.
Stuart Chase says Rook looks a steal at 500,000. Jack, what's your take on that?
Well, more expensive than Grant Holt, and I don't think his contribution to Norwich has been of Grant Holt's level so far. So I'm saying it's an absolute rip-off at the moment.
Wow. Bobby, boy, baby. Nice bit of banter there. You won't struggle to talk crap for 24 hours. Yeah.
Well, that's true.
There is times where, I would just talk to Jack, and then all of a sudden it's like midnight. That's just how we roll, I'm afraid. Neil, yes, we've heard the score. Ipswich are getting stuffed, which is what we like to see. Keep us updated on that because we can't see it currently. Jack, going into the second half, what do you do if you're Daniel Farke? Do you make any sort of particular changes to the squad? Are you changing with it? Are you sticking with it? Where are you currently vibing at?
I'm sticking at the moment. I'm saying just go out there and do a bit more of the same. I think if my one bit of feedback, if I was Daniel Farke, would say just have a few more shots. Just test the goalkeeper a bit more. We've had 13 shots, but the goalkeeper's only had to make 2 saves all half. That's not really good enough. And when you've had 75% possession and you forced 2 saves out of the goalkeeper, that's a slight worry. I think that will come. I think we're teasing Birmingham at the moment. They haven't had any chances of note. They've had a few good breaks with Bella and Sanchez, but that's about it so far. I think the big thing for Norwich City is just coming out of the traps early when the teams still aren't settled. We saw it in the first half. We nearly got the goal. Cantwell's had a few decent opportunities. It seems as if the game's slightly more open. We just don't want to leave this as late as we did against Rotherham. I think if it's still 0-0 after 60 minutes, then I tell you what I'd do. I'd move Cantwell into the number 10. I'd substitute Pukki off, and I'd bring on Puamaswell Poheta just for a bit of an injection of pace. I think that's what I'd be looking for there.
Just got to
at the moment, stick. No twist at the moment.
Yeah, no, and I agree, by the way. Absolutely stick with this. I think this is the one occasion where I'd encourage Daniel Farke to stick with it, which is probably the first time I've said that in at least 14 games.
It's still half time, right?
Yeah, it is still half time. Just want to give a shout out to Ryan NCFC Fox on Twitter, who's tweeted in saying Dwarf Hamster is glued to the game. So he has currently got his hamster watching the Norwich game, which is some dedication. Once again, please do get your TNC Watchalong setups in. We will retweet as many of them as possible. We really appreciate the support. Jack, I think as soon as we score the first goal, as I've said, I think the floodgates open. I'm still sticking to my scoreline, 4-0. I really am still sticking to that.
What, you're saying 4 second-half goals?
Yeah, I've just got the faith in the boys. I just really do. We're cutting them open like a hot knife through butter at the moment. It's just so easy for us.
Yeah, I think, we're used to this now as Norwich fans in the Championship. Teams come to Carrow and they set up defensively. Derby did it and got the win. We've seen it so many times over the years. And it's really tricky to break down a side like this. Let's also not forget, this is a very astute Birmingham City side. Drilled very well under Aitor Karanka. They've conceded 3 goals all season. I think that's the second least amount in the Championship behind Reading. So this isn't necessarily a poor attacking performance from Norwich City. Give credit to Birmingham. They defended well in this half, but I'm sure it will become more open with time. These are the kind of performances in which you need to be patient. No one was expecting an absolute end-to-end feast tonight like we saw against Rotherham, where it was incredibly open. Rotherham tried to press high up the pitch. It worked. They got their rewards. They remained open. And then Norwich City got their rewards just with that little bit more quality. So completely different game tonight. But also, with that being said, these are the types of games you have to be winning regularly, because it's going to be the exact same thing on Saturday when Wickham come to visit. So these are the teams you need to break down. You need to come win, and then that's when you start to build momentum.
And it's with no disrespect to Birmingham, I agree with your observations, Jack. They are well drilled, but we absolutely have to be beating teams like this. If we're talking about all of this league winning stuff, we're talking about how we're one of the top 5 teams in the league. Absolutely, we are, but we must beat teams like Birmingham if we're to do that. And lots of people are getting their comments in, Jack, with regards to their answer as to how we're going to win this game. John Boy says PP is the answer. Absolutely would love to see PP brought on in the second half. My magic number for substitutions, if it's not working, is always around the 60-minute mark. So, yeah, I agree. I think that would be really exciting. Gollins Vlogs HD, he says, this is Vrancic written all over it. Of course, he scored against Birmingham the last time we played them, along with Pookie and Tribal in a 3-1 win. Birmingham at that time had Che Adams up front. Could Mario Vrancic come on and prove the difference? Absolutely, he could. What's your take on that, Jack?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, look, I think it was the right call not to start Vrancic from the start. I think it would have been harsh to drop either Skip or Roop after that last game, and I think Vrancic hasn't got the legs in him to run 90 minutes. I also don't think he's the best player to have on the pitch if you're kind of defending in large parts. But it's clear that it's us having lots of the ball. So Vrancic could be a good addition. I'd still leave it until 60 minutes to make any changes. But he is an option. And like we've said from the start, we do have options off the bench. That's promising. Jack,
something we do need to talk about. We've had 13 shots so far, but only 2 on target. We've praised our attacking play now, particularly from midfield. I actually think that our midfield has been a weakness for us since the Premier League restart. It's always felt disjointed until tonight. So it actually seems like tonight you could argue that it's actually been our shooting ability. And I think it was someone commented earlier, get Grant Holt in to coach the lads on how to shoot. And that's a completely valid point, because it seems at the moment that we can't hit the target. Why do you think that is, Jack?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think any of the chances have been particularly good ones. I mean, it says on Opta that I'm looking at now that we've had 0 clear-cut chances. I think you'd count Cantwell's one-on-one as a clear-cut chance, and maybe the cutback to him as a clear-cut chance. But except for that, there hasn't been too many kind of. If you're looking at expected goals, the expected goals wouldn't be too high of the shots we've had. So I don't think they've been great chances. I think Norwich City's kind of real ability to win this game will be crosses thrown into the box that Hugel has a free header at. And I think they'll be getting Pookie in behind the defence, where he just loves to get kind of one-on-one. So we haven't created them kind of chances as of yet, and I think we need to do that.
And a great point, of course, from our amazing sponsor, Hill Coaching, Oliver Hill. By the way, I tell you what, the Norwich squad could do with some coaching at the moment, particularly strengths coaching. Of course, Oliver's specialism. He says, I'd like to see a few more first-time strikes. I agree with that, Jack. But argue, Oliver, we did have a little bit of that in the opening exchanges. And I really like the fact that I think it was Lucas Rupp's shot I remember particularly, just peppering those shots on goal. I'm a massive fan of that too, Oliver. And I think I agree with you. I would like to see a few more first-time strikes, particularly if it means we win corners. That's the lads now coming out for the second half, Jack. Todd Cantwell there, drinks some water, chatting to Josh Martin. By the way,
Martin looks so young.
I love the fact that him and Josh are talking. It seems like the lads tonight are really, really up for it more than ever before, which I'm so happy to see that sort of team chemistry come together after that Rotherham win.
Do you know what my favourite bromance in the Norwich side is at the moment?
Go on.
Emi Buendia and Max Aarons. Did you watch the behind the scenes video of the Rotherham game that Norwich released? Yeah. And before they walked out at the start, Max went into Emi's ear and went, "Me and you all night tonight, mate. We win this game." And it was like, oh my God, that if Max whispered that into my ear, that would do a lot of things, but it would certainly pump me up.
It would what?
It would pump me up.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, anyway. Swiftly moving on from what gets Jack pumped up. Here we go.
The second half has started.
I think we've got a Birmingham fan in here. Claire says 0-0 to the 89th minute. Then Blues getting a winner. Claire.
Well, look, on a serious level, we do have to be careful of that, because if it gets to 89 minutes, that's when Birmingham will start to be throwing men forwards, and that's when we're susceptible. So we need to get a goal, and we need to get one soon. Otherwise, it could be a stressful night, and I can't take that on a Tuesday evening, I tell you.
Ryan says, timestamp, lads. Ryan, we're currently at 45 minutes and 48 seconds. There you go.
Yeah, we are bang in sync tonight, Chris. That's hugely promising.
That's what we like to see. And Gollins Vlogs wants to see something. He wants to see a Tete 30-yarder, and I couldn't agree more.
We're in. Hugel shot. Hugel just over the bar. Good opportunity for Jordan Hugel. Lovely through ball from Emi Buendia.
I think he's got to do better there, to be honest with you. As you know, I think the sun shines out of Hugel's arse at the moment, but he's got to do better there, Jack, and he'll know that.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him just take that touch forwards rather than backwards. The thing I love about Emi Buendia is he's always looking for that forward pass, and 8 out of 10 will connect. The 2 that don't worry about it. You move on. But him and Cantwell are always looking for that cutting ball forwards. And as you said earlier, Chris, the midfield and the attacking line has looked a lot more connected this evening.
Yeah, I do. And there's been a couple of comments in here. The frustration still continues around our inability to hit the target so far. Simon says, get them on target, lads. There's been another one on there. Ryan says, got to get that on target. Yeah, I completely agree, lads. I really do. And look, I don't.
Patience.
Yeah, but also I hope I don't come across as that I'm sitting on the fence. But what I would do in defence of that attacking four is they're not used to playing with each other. I know they've been given some relatively simple chances tonight too, particularly both through Todd Cantwell. But I think that we're trying something different. This is the dawn of something really exciting for Norwich City potentially. So we do need to apply the patience button a little bit. And I know it's always tense, but look, guys, we're 47 minutes and 40 seconds into this game now, according to our screens. And from my point of view, it's a case of when it comes, not if it comes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, lots of people calling for Mario Vrancic in the comments. All I would say about that is I think there is a time and a place for Mario Vrancic. I'm not sure if it's right now.
No.
I think the mobility of Lucas Roop and Oliver Skipp can bring us something in this game. Give it 15 minutes, though, and I might be saying something different, but I think the next 15 minutes in this game are going to be crucial, and I can see Norwich scoring.
Mm-hmm. Jack, Jamie's got a request. He says, are you doing a Wycombe Wonders watch-along?
Now, have a word with my boss at work, but I'm working Saturday. If you can somehow call in a sickie, I might be able to. Norwich through, Jordan Hugill onto Timu Pukki, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Pukki gets the shot off. It's a shot on target. It's a good save. It's another promising sign for Norwich City.
I think he needs to take that first time there, Jack. Again, I don't want to batter Pukki too much there, but I think he takes one touch too many there.
The promising thing for me there, though, Chris, and it's the first time I've seen it this evening, Pukki and Hugill linking up, Pukki being the player ahead of Hugill. That's what I thought we'd see a bit more of tonight. Not so much Pukki in the 10, but being able to get forwards a little bit more. And we saw that there, and that's promising.
Yeah, no, I agree with you entirely, mate. I agree with you entirely. There's a great comment in here which I wanted to bring up from Hugo. Where are you, Hugo?
Hugo, that's a very posh name. And he plays golf.
Yeah, wow. That's a lovely swing, by the way. He says, just switch up Cantwell and Buendia. That's straight 3 points, right, boys? That's the switch to get more power in the game. Jack, thoughts?
I don't quite know what Hugo means. I think the thing that what maybe Hugo means is getting Cantwell. That's a very brave header back there, but it's worked by Buendia. Getting Cantwell and getting Buendia interchanging, because that's a nightmare for defenders to defend. But yeah,
we've had a comment from Brahmi Joe. Of course, did the live?
Bella was playing. Who have I been talking about?
Well, don't know, Jack. Oh, that's an awful foul there, and surely a booking from the Birmingham player. That's a horrible tackle. I mean, it's not quite Rotherham, but yeah, it's definitely a booking. Well played from the referee with blonde highlights. That's absolutely superb. Brummy, we hope that you're not bringing anything on. So let's see how we go. Wow,
Lecco. I'm thinking of Lecco.
By the way, Hugo Peters is actually from Holland. So hello.
Oh yeah, because Peter, like Thomas Peters, the golfer, who I'm sure Hugo's trying to replicate there. That Peters surname is very Dutch, isn't it? So hello, Hugo. Wonderful name.
Okay.
I've been talking about Lecco rather than Bella. If you put two wingers with a surname with 4 letters, I am going to get confused.
Jack, I'm afraid it's time, my man. I'm going to have to sprint to the toilet. I had to cover.
Go on. Yeah. Well, hopefully by the time you're back, we'll be 1-0 up.
Of course we will, mate.
Chris is going to the loo. As you see that the lampshade has made a recovery since he headbutted it, celebrating Jordan Hugill's last-minute penalty. Norwich 50 minutes into this game now. It's not been as open as I would have liked in this first 5 minutes, as Lucas Roop loses possession there and gives the ball away and then wins it back. That's brilliant. Oh, Pukki nearly gets himself in, and that would have been brilliant to see Chris miss that goal. What's in Chris's flask? I think it's just water. It might be vodka. I don't know. I think it's water. What else have we got here? Alex Alford. Roop with the scorpion kick and cheeky double. Get that shirt on order, Jack. Look, if Roop scores 2 tonight, I've said I'll get the Lucas Roop signed shirt on the wall. If he scores a scorpion kick, I'll take him out for dinner and I'll pay. I'll take him to Delia's for the night. Chris, you nearly missed the goal.
Did I?
Yeah, well, not really. But
Pookie, foul, by the way. How's he not getting a foul there? Poor.
Yeah, that did look as well.
Ollie skipped as well there.
Here he comes.
Brummy Joe, who are you bringing on here, big man? Is this your start? Yeah.
Is that Lecco or is that Bella? Who am I thinking of? I can't remember now.
Gary Riches, we love Gary. He says, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Welcome to the TNC Watchalong. Nice to see you.
Chris, still 0-0. If I would have said to you at the start of the game that this would be 0-0 after 52 minutes, would you have gone, oh, really?
I don't know, Jack. You know, just coming off the back of a well fought but really challenging away victory to Rotherham, where we nick it in the last minute. I probably would be okay if you told me about how much we'd be dominating possession, etc. Of course, you know this is still fragile, and you know it does worry me a little bit. But I tell you what doesn't worry me: Craig Gardner showing their substitution pictures. You know that doesn't worry me.
Norwich City, Birmingham's getting slightly more men forwards here, and although that is a risk to Norwich, it also will present us more space.
Yeah, massive opportunity.
And this is where we need to, you know, the defenders need to switch on, and we need to get that injection of tempo back because we've lost that slightly, and that's understandable as the game ticks on, but. We need that Buendia and Cantwell combo to really come up here, and we need a big header from Hugel or a rasping shot from Pookie.
Look, Jack, if Farke's lineup is to work, it needs to work within the next 10 minutes. If it's not working the next 10 minutes, we need to make 2 changes for me.
Who are the changes?
Well, I personally, one of them for sure is definitely PP. We absolutely have to bring him on. And by the way, Birmingham now starting to get more dirty. They're tiring up. We knew this was going to come. And again, that presents a massive opportunity for us. That free kick is just going to be a little bit too far out to take on the shot, I suspect. But this is good. There's been many fouls on our players. So it's good to see some of their players get in the book. That will make things easier for us in the second half. They won't be putting in so many mad challenges. John Boy, I think I agree with you. He says Ida and PP. Yeah, I agree with that. Sam also wants PP on the pitch. Indeed. Yes, PP to come on. Aaron wants Ida. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, mate. I think a bit of Ida pace, particularly on the wing, could do well here. Would you potentially, Jack, consider taking off Cantwell for Ida?
No, I think my first change would be Poeta for Pookie, and I'd move Cantwell into the 10. I don't think Pookie's been very effective in the 10 tonight.
Oh, I think it's a bit harsh, mate. I think he's had a decent game there.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's had a bad game. I think at this moment we need a bit more pace on the pitch, though.
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree with that. And it's not with any, you know, we're not talking poorly of
you know, my biggest frustration this season is how we didn't beat Derby. I've just seen they're losing again tonight, and it's like, how did we not beat them?
Yeah, awful. Yeah, it's genuinely an awful mishmash of a side, and yeah, it's a shame because if you win that game at home, that then starts our season. And a lot of people have said that this is the game that we start our season, and you know, there's a lot of talk, and look, Jack, there's also a lot of pressure on these lads to do it because on paper we absolutely have to beat Birmingham tonight. Like Daniel Farke has done everything he can in his power so far to play the right team to go out and win this game, and arguably you could say so far the reason why. Well, not arguably, factually, the reason why we've not done so well is that we've just not been able to hit that target, which is a shame because their keeper has been stood still on a couple of occasions. So, but look, Jack, come on. We said this before. We need to stay positive. We know the winner's coming. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's patience. If you are just joining us, welcome along to Talk Norwich City. Hit subscribe. We'll be doing loads more of these watch-alongs throughout the season. So if you subscribe, you'll never miss out on a live stream. And if you want to help us pay for the bills and pay for Chris's new light bulbs, then you can either leave a super chat on YouTube, or there is a link to our Ko-fi page in the description, and it's a one-off donation service that you can help out with the running costs of Talk Norwich City. It would be very much appreciated. Timestamp, we are on, I'm on 56:36. 56 minutes and 40 seconds now. So if you want to sync it up, that's the timer on. As Emi Buendia gets it through. Oh, it was nearly through. That was the ball. Jordan Hugill nearly getting one-on-one with the goalkeeper there. Unfortunate. I feel as if, as I kept saying against Rotherham, there is a chance coming. Yeah. Whether we take it's another story, but there is still a big chance coming, because Birmingham are starting to throw a few more players forward. They've made that positive substitution. They've got another winger on the pitch. They're going to be wanting to maybe get something from this game. I just think we've got a bit more quality than them, and hopefully we can nick a goal or two. Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree, mate. I think we'll get there. I think we just need to stand strong, stay firm. I think we'll get there. I think it's frustrating, isn't it? Because, you know, we've been in the Championship multiple times before, and we just know exactly. We knew that this was going to be the game in which it has turned out to be. Low scoring, Birmingham defensively sound.
But we know the performance level as well, Jack. I think as fans last time, we kind of it felt like, almost not impossible, but it felt like almost slightly unachievable to win the league. But now we know the performance level it takes to go and win a league. So I think that there is that completely fair expectation amongst our supporter base to go and win the league. Like, you know, there is, and I think it's fair. We've absolutely got the squad to go and do it. I think Stuart Webber's done well to keep, particularly Emi Buendia, Max Aaron, Todd Cantwell, you know, to keep those three players in this Championship side. And that by the way, that's poor from Emi there, it has to be said, and unlucky. First mistake of the evening, I think. So that's unlucky.
Yeah, what I would say as well is I think the Championship's weaker this season. Like, I don't think there's been as much spending. You haven't got a Newcastle or maybe Watford are that team with like lots of quality throughout. Maybe we're the team, you know. But I don't see a massive challenging pack. Like, you've got Blackburns and you've got maybe Reading and Bristol City, but except for them, like, you know, Birmingham are in that, you could argue, are in that pack, and it's not a classic Championship side, that's for sure.
No, yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. And I do agree. I think the quality, I do think the quality is less. I do. But then saying that, the flip side of that is, you know, Derby have got Wayne Rooney. So maybe, I don't know, maybe...
well, not tonight, because he did his COVID test, didn't he? And although it was negative, he had to isolate for some reason.
Yeah. Poor old Wazza.
Poor old Wayne.
So, Jack, at the moment...
Derby are awful, by the way.
At the moment, from my observations, it seems like we're still in control of this game, passing the ball nicely. It seems like we've lost a little bit of the zip, but I feel like that was inevitable, given how much we put into those opening exchanges. And by the way, lovely through ball there to Timu Pukki. See, now we've slowed it down, Jack. And in the first half, the tempo was super high. That's a nice early ball from Max there. Very unlucky to not get anything on the end of it. I think he actually probably intended that to be for Hugill, but instead it went to Lucas Rupp. That's poor from Todd Cantwell there, by the way.
I think it's tough as well to have like that zippy high tempo when it's just a bank of 10 defenders in front of you, because you're essentially just you're basically like playing against a rugby defense, aren't you? And you're just passing it sideways, teasing, trying to find a bit of space. You need a bit of movement. I don't think we've got that at the moment. You need maybe a Poeta on the pitch to just run at them and cause problems. But we're very much in control. There will be a gap that comes. It's just a case of whether we can convert on that. As Skip looks to progress the ball forward and does through Max Aarons, who is going to be another really important part of this evening. He was the main reason for that opening goal against Rotherham. And I'm sure he's going to hopefully... Oh, Pukki threaded through again.
Oh, is that cool? He's nicked a corner.
Yeah, Pukki making them runs in behind the defence that we know so well, and Root finding him on that occasion. I still don't think, and I might be, you know, speaking slightly against the grain here. I don't think this Pukki Hugill combo is working.
Yeah, I guess you can't debate it because so far it hasn't worked. So you are right, Jack. I just feel, that's lovely. Lucas Rupp turned into a prime Lionel Messi there. That's unbelievable.
I think he's won a foul. No, he hasn't.
No, he's not. Right, Jack, 61 minutes. It's time to make a change now. We need pace. We need to put Birmingham on the back foot again. It seems like Birmingham have sort of nullified our pressure. And by the way, that's a brilliant challenge there. Emmy falls to the floor.
Yeah, 3-on-3 for Birmingham here.
Oh, God, step up, Skip. Step up.
Oh,
great hands. No. Great hands. Tim Krul's got
that's
that.
what we've got to be careful of, though, mate. Losing possession, and that's. Is that Bella or is that Leck? That's Bella, isn't it, who's come on the pitch? And Brummy Joe has said that he's Birmingham's best player. He's clearly got pace. He's got power. He's got trickery. He's got the shot off early. That's what Norwich need to do. Get the shot off early.
Yeah, no, totally agreed.
Max Aaron's down the right-hand side. Oliver Skip. Emmy Buendia. This looks promising. Emmy Buendia. Lovely ball. Todd Cantwell.
Is he on? No, he's off. Is he off? He's off. Oh, I really want Todd to score. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, he's
tight, isn't it? It's really tight.
No, he's not tight, mate. His arm's like a pterodactyl wing. It's a shame. It's a shame. Look. I know that's annoying, but that was a chance out of nothing. That wasn't one of our easiest chances. And it's so good that Todd Cantwell has got the ball in the back of the net. Yes, I know it was called for offside, but he hasn't had his best start to being back in the team yet. And I think that will give the lad some confidence. And I hope that means that Daniel Farke would consider potentially even keeping him on, because I think he'll now really, really want to score. That's a blatant foul on Hugel there, and the ref's not called it. I don't know what game he's watching. He needs to go to Specsavers. That's ridiculous.
It was a really nice pass into Cantwell, and it's a beautiful finish. If you're not watching it, Cantwell's picked the ball up one-on-one with the keeper and kind of lofted it into the top of the net. I think it was Buendia that played the through ball. Really nice move. Todd probably a half a foot offside, and unfortunately the game remains at 0-0.
Gutted for Toddy, by the way, just so gutted for him, because I think some of the criticism that he's had is been just unbearably ridiculous and cruel and horrible, actually. Always fair to criticize his poor performances, but to say all of the personal stuff is just out of order. And so I really want him to prove all of the trolls wrong tonight. So it's a shame that he's not scored there.
Yeah, he's very hungry. I mean, he had that one-on-one that he maybe should have scored. It probably just through desperation of wanting to score a goal. The game's still 0-0. 65 minutes in now. I've indicated that as the time as I would have liked to have seen a substitution being made. Yeah, I think the game has gone a little bit rigid, a little bit static. I think Birmingham will be quite happy with the way that they're defending.
That's a lovely interception from Emmy there, by the way. And by the way, one thing you cannot criticise Emmy of is his work rate. He's been superb tonight, and to intercept that there is fantastic play. Lucas Rupp getting his head up there, brilliant pass to the wing. Right, come on, Shabby.
We need some fresh legs. I think we need a Pohead just to run at defenders now.
It absolutely stinks of PP. We need to get him on right now.
What you just saw there, and this isn't a thing against Rupp. I've seen this done from all the midfielders in the last few minutes. Having more than one touch, getting the ball and then just standing with it and then making the pass. Let's get it zippy. Let's get it one touch again. That's the way that we're going to break down this Birmingham defence.
Brilliant play from Max there. Lovely interchanges. Unlucky. Jack, I still think the goal's coming. I'm still confident.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Norwich is still very dominant, as it was in the first half, as we expected it to be. Norwich with all the possession, Birmingham setting up defensively, and it's them just going, look, if you want the 3 points, come and break us down. And Cantwell's trying to do it.
Yeah, no, that's their game plan. And some lovely play there from Toddy. Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Out to Quintia. Cantwell! Oh!
Right, I'm just going to let my cat into the room because she's meowing very loudly.
That's another really big chance for Todd Cantwell. Is the cat coming in?
Yeah, I've actually got 2 cats with me. Let's get some cats up.
Okay. Oh, that's close. Another great ball from Javi Quintia.
Welcome to the TNC Watchalong. We are joined tonight by Monty and Lily.
that's the Hugel and Hugel and Pookie combo. Timestamp 66:05 for me.
Yep, same here.
I'm watching on iFollow, so I'm sure we're a little bit behind. Someone's on 66.30. That's 20 seconds ahead. There we go. Anyway, Todd Cantwell can't find the pass. We will create another chance here. I keep saying that. But Chris, you remember back to the Rotherham game? We did score, and it was offside when we were 1-0 down at Stiepermann, and we were like, "Oh my god, how unfortunate!" Yeah. Maybe that's going to happen again tonight. We've got the offside goal, but we'll score a couple.
And the thing is, Jack, is that it's not just a similar performance. This is an even better performance than against Rotherham in terms of possession, dominating play, shots. Albeit not shots on target. Oh, that's brilliant. Unlucky from Lucas Rupp there. Right, now it's important that we defend together as a team. As Ben Gibson said in his interview, looks like a substitution is coming.
That's silly from Emmy. That's really silly.
I think that's Mario Vrancic coming on now, which is interesting to see. Ronnie disagrees. He says it's Ida, and he's right. Sorry, wrong. More than happy to be wrong. Ida coming on.
Now that is interesting. I wonder who he'll be coming on for.
I'm entirely sure, to be honest with you, mate.
I would have thought if we're going like for like, it's going to be for Cantwell.
I tell you what, I've been Daniel Farke's biggest critic this season. And, at times possibly too harsh and slightly impatient, but I think Daniel Farke's got it bang on in this game. I think the lineup is absolutely brilliant. And I think as well, bringing on Adam Ida at this point in the game is really important. It's really important that you give a substitute the time. Unlucky from Todd there. It's really important that you give a substitute enough time to grow into the game, get up to tempo.
Chance for Birmingham. Good header by Max Aaron. Still in the box though from Birmingham, headed away by Hanley. Birmingham starting to throw a few more men forward. Apparently, it's going to be Pukki off for Adam Ida.
Jack, you get the impression that Birmingham are going for it now because they know that the onslaught is going to be coming. In the last minutes of the game, they know that onslaught is coming, so they are going to throw the kitchen sink at us within the next 5 to 10 minutes. So it's really important.
Oh, it's Hugo coming off.
It's really important that we stay switched on. Oh, and just as I praised Daniel Farke, that is a horrendous substitution. Completely disagree with that. No idea why he's done that.
I mean, look, I want to see Hugo score as much as any other Norwich fan. I don't think Hugo's been that effective tonight. I'll say that.
Oh, but he's been. That's so poor. Mate, he's not been effective. Mate, he's not been effective because he hasn't been given the ball. When was the last time you saw Hugo take a touch? I'm not a fan of that sub at all. I think that's a really poor substitution from Daniel Farke. I really do.
We'll see. I mean, Adam Ida's now gone into that lone striker role with Pukki just behind. I guess what it does bring is a little bit more pace. I'm confident Adam Ida can perform tonight more centrally. I don't think he had his best game on Saturday. I don't like him out on the left. I don't like it when strikers are kind of forced as on the wing or in the 10 like Pukki is tonight. I'm not a massive fan of that, but not overly. As I say, I would have rather the Poeta on and a bit more pace.
I think Dave's got a point here as well. Terrible decision, Pukki. No confidence at all. Look, Pukki's more than capable of getting the winner here, but I agree with you, Dave. There's something. That's a lovely. That's what he's been brought on for, Jack.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny. You don't build someone's confidence by subbing them off.
Yes and no.
Max Aaron crosses the ball. Cantwell. That's 4 big chances for Todd tonight.
Oh, God. I really want Todd to score so bad.
He's had his chances, man.
He has had his chances. He's had 2 or 3 at least. This mate, you've got to give Birmingham credit. Amazing defending there. Amazing.
Yeah, what I would say is
brilliant defending.
It's good defending. What I would say is it shows the gulf in class between Max Aarons and Javi Quintilla. Max Aarons has had the opportunity to cross the ball about 4 times tonight. Every single time he's found the man.
Yeah, agreed.
Norwich have got opportunities to get in behind now. It's opening up. This is the time when Norwich need to pounce.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely is. Definitely is. And James Dunthorpe, always happy to have a healthy debate. He says Daniel Farke made a great sub. You were wrong, Chris. Well, we'll see if Adam Ida scores the winner.
Here we go, Pukki.
Adam Ida is more than capable of scoring the winner. I just personally would have substituted Teemu Pukki and kept Hugill on and then brought Adam Ida on for Pukki. That's my personal opinion, but more than happy If you disagree, that's what it's about. Some highlights here for Skip. Skip Class stopping the counter says James E. Got to agree. Colin says gagging to score. I agree. John Boy says Polish.
Here we go. Pookie, come on.
Yes, a nice ball from Pookie there out to Maximilian Ahrens. That's lovely play. I love it when he runs.
Here we go. Pookie, go on, son.
No.
Handball.
Desperate call there. And you're not going to get those in the championship without VAR as well.
Need a shot. Just have a shot.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hit. That sums up Cantwell's night. It's hit him square in the mush.
Yeah, look, I'm disappointed for Toddy because I did want him to prove the doubt was wrong, and he'll get some critics after this. I think deserved from his performance. I think that his performance very much replicates the fact that he's not had much game time. I'm sure that he will agree with this as well. I think particularly what's disappointing is not necessarily the shots that he's had, but that opportunity to square the ball to Pookie. That was poor. It has to be said. Unfortunately, I think Todd hasn't had his best game tonight. But then look, we say that there's still a lot of time to go. No, that's a poor pass from Todd there.
He's won it back though. He's won it back.
Well. Won back. See, this is the thing with Todd. He blows hot and cold sometimes, and he has blown hot.
Cannot cross the ball.
He's blown hot and cold so far this season, which is why it's completely justified that he gets his critics.
What was Alameda doing there, by the way? A bit of afters with the goalkeeper.
Hugo in Holland says, timestamp, we are at 72 minutes and 50 seconds.
Did you see that with Alameda?
Oh, why not? I agree with him. Give it some. You got to start shithousing now to win this game, haven't you?
It's the mood change. How long left in this game? 20 minutes.
It's the mood change. I mean, I want PP and I want him now.
Do you?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, Birmingham have played well, but we've lost a bit of tempo. We need to see that pick up in the next 20. We need a goal. And I feel there's going to be a goal in the next 5 minutes. I can feel it.
Do you think? I like that.
Mate. Look at this. Todd Cantwell.
Get out of feet. No, Emmy. Shoot, man. How has Emmy not pulled the trigger?
It is coming.
What? Emmy needs to shoot there. I mean, that's lovely interlinking play there. Toddy brilliantly held up. By the way, Todd, the key man in that move. Emmy's got to pull the trigger there.
Mate, but you've already seen Birmingham. There's gaps there. There is going to be a goal in a minute. I don't know who it's coming for, but there's going to be a goal.
Sophie, what does this mean? Revo's law of attraction, please.
That means if I'm talking something up, it'll happen.
Okay.
I'm attracting goodness.
Okay. I'll talk it up then. I would talk. Hugo's not on the pitch, so I can't perform my magic again. I'm going to call it. I think this is going to be. This is going to stay 0-0 until the 88th minute, and this time the man.
Oh, here we go, Alameda. Here we go.
Nose off.
Game off the Birmingham player.
This time the man to win it will be Todd Cantwell, if he stays on, of course. I think he'll probably go off for PP though, to be honest with you.
Time for a positive, and something we've been really good at all night is when we have given the ball away, we've been so quick to win it back. That's a positive that I haven't seen in the last few months for Norwich.
Yeah, no, we have. And Kyle, I completely agree. This is crying out for Anel. It is. And hello to Anel if you're still watching. I'm sure you are. Kyle wants you on the pitch. I have to agree. We need pace and we need it now, don't we? Daniel Farker's got his iPad out. I'm not sure he'll be watching.
Jed's in the comments. Up the yellows. Let's go, boys. I talked up the Rangers win at the weekend, Jed. I talked it up. Rangers got the win. I knew it was going to happen. There we go. Let's hope that Norwich can get a few goals here. Drinks break as a Birmingham player's down injured. 15 minutes left of this game. If you're tuning in, welcome to Talk Norwich City. This is our watch-along for the Norwich versus Birmingham game. I
can't quite believe this. Anel Hernandez is still watching. I'm not actually emotional at that. I've got something in my eye at the moment as things stand. Anel says, true, bro. I hope PP comes in. So there you go. Anel wants Plaheta on the pitch.
It's because Hernandez just loves pace, doesn't he?
He loves pace. He is Mr. Pace, isn't he? He really is.
You're right, mate. You're crying.
Yeah, he's getting emotional, mate. This 0-0 against Birmingham's getting emotional.
Birmingham wasting a bit of time here, it looks. Clayton, clearly not injured, was down for a long while, now is walking off, as is footballing rules. But as I say, if you're new to the Talk Norwich City channel, hit subscribe. Let's have a look what we're on at the moment. A lot of my friends have got bets on Norwich tonight, and they're not watching it, but they've just sent me screenshots of the possession stats, and they're like, how on earth are you not winning? I don't have a response, lads. Norwich should be winning. We've had the better chances. We have passed 19,600 subscribers. If you're new, hit subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. We do these watch-alongs for most of the games. And if not, we do reviews after the game. And we love getting all of you guys involved. All things lead, saying, hope all is well. All is well here. All will be better if we can score a winning goal in this game against Birmingham City on this warm Tuesday evening.
Yes, indeed. Lots of love coming in for wow. That's a hell of a substitution. An L for manager. Jonathan Wood says, "We love you, Anel. Lots of love for you, big man. Thanks so much as always for watching the show, Anel. I know I've converted you since I made you a cup of coffee in my kitchen. Anyway, right.
How did he take his coffee?
I think just a touch of almond milk.
Oh,
nothing,
really?
Yeah, nothing too fancy. No sugar.
I thought it would be kind of, strong and just
actually, I'll tell you one thing. He did have, I think he asked for 2 sugars and I told him off. I went, you're not having 2 sugars, are you? So there you go.
Anyway, as we talk about on our hand, this is coffee order. Norwich City have a corner. And look, it might be one of these, that wins us the game. Let's get Ben Gibson's skull on the end of one of these, can we?
I love this. No, do you know what I want? I want Grant Hanley to score here. Big Grant.
Come on. Good ball. Good ball. That is a good ball. And it is Grant Hanley. Oh!
Oh, God's sake, man. It's coming. Come on. Come on. 78 minutes. There's plenty of chances left in this. Plenty of chances.
I tell you what, it's actually a really good chance. Hanley rises. He gets there. And it's close. It just goes past the post. That is another big chance.
The thing that's frustrating, mate, is from set pieces, their keeper is nowhere to be seen. Like, nowhere to be seen. And
here comes Mario.
Speaking of set pieces, you know what we like. Winning fouls in the last minutes of the game when you've got Mario Vrancic to come onto the pitch. I'm really, really excited to see that. Birmingham giving away a foul there. I'm not sure it was a foul. Quite fortunate there.
I don't think Birmingham have actually got into a half for a long period of time here. Chaz Tats, enough of this negativity. Starting to feel it's not our night. It's going to be another one of those nearly games. No, we are going to win this. We said it against Rotherham. We talked it up. Positive momentum in the comments, and we will talk a Norwich goal up. There are chances left in this game. We just need to take one of them.
Yeah, no, totally agreed, mate. Totally agreed.
Okay, Max Aaron's down the right-hand side. Good things happen when Max is on the ball.
Some Mario Vrancic coming. Some Mario Vrancic love coming in now. Super Mario going to stick it in top bins, says Ryan Beavan. Love that.
Emi Buendia out to Max Aarons. That was the combination that got the first goal at the weekend. Max Aarons drives into the Birmingham box, gets it across, can't find a Norwich player. It goes out for a throw-in.
Man, I think the lads will be absolutely distraught if they don't win this game. The interview will be, how on earth did they not win the game?
Yeah, but mate, these things happen. As long as we don't lose the game, it would not be positive if we don't win tonight. But the performance level hasn't been bad. And, Wickham are not going to be able to defend the ability that Birmingham have tonight. So, it's baby steps in this division. You're not going to win them all. I still think we are going to win this game. But why is he taking Skip off there for... Yeah, Wickham losing again, by the way. They are awful.
Why? I'm not sure.
Here we go.
Not sure why he's taking Skippy off there.
Yeah.
We're on the corner anyway, which is a positive because we've looked good from corner kicks tonight. We've created chances. Big Grant Hanley coming up again.
Right, this one, Gibson scores. Gibson scores, everyone.
Yeah, no, I like that.
See you.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Emi Buendia on set pieces now.
No one's there. No one's there.
Emi Buendia is one of Europe's best players and can't beat the first man from a corner. What is going on?
Oh, well intercepted from Lucas Rupp there, who, by the way, has had an absolutely fantastic performance tonight. And you need to agree, Jack. He has had a fantastic performance.
Who's that? Yeah, Rupp has been good tonight, yeah.
Bloody hell. You feeling all right?
I said it at the weekend as well. The thing with Rupp is I just want to get him going forwards rather than backwards.
Yeah, no, I agree. Iconair on YouTube says, I said Gibson to score, lads. Yeah, no, I agree. I think
my mum has just noticed, and no one else is. I had the banner at the bottom that was said Rotherham versus Norwich, and no one noticed. So thanks for paying attention.
Oh, really? Oh, come on, Jack.
Oh dear, it's been a long evening. 9 minutes left in this game, lads and lasses in the comment section. Get in the comments. Norwich will score in a minute. Let's talk it up, people.
Shane raises a fantastic point. We've had everything other than a goal, and I have to agree, like absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. Tom says, get Plaheta on last 5 minutes. Yep, couldn't agree more. Claire is eating some pizza whilst watching this awful game.
What's the topping, Claire?
Here we go. Sam with a big call. He says, Great Yarmouth will be in the Prem before Ipswich, says Sam.
Wow. Down at the Wellesley. I mean, the Wellesley's a big ground.
Look, you've blooming started him now, Sam. We don't want to be talking Great Yarmouth nonsense.
Yeah, but you'd rather be talking about Yarmouth than Ipswich, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably. Oh, I thought Grant there had the mistake, but fair play, great.
There was a comment earlier that I didn't pick up on that I wanted to about Ollie Skip breaking up counter-attack. So well pointed out, actually. Oliver Skip does that so well, and we don't really notice it because it's just the dirty work. But there were opportunities that Birmingham could have broke tonight and caused this real danger, and Skip was just in there and cutting out problems. And I think everyone's done that well tonight. Everyone's jumped in when they've needed to and intercepted. We still haven't found a breakthrough.
He served Todd way too hot there. Unlucky there. Look, we've still got the ball. 82 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock now for me, Jack. Mario Vrancic bringing the ball forwards to Todd Cantwell. He plays it inwards.
It's all just got a bit sloppy this last 10 minutes.
It has. I think we're tiring up. And I actually think Oliver Hill is bang on the money, of course. Hill Coaching, one of our fantastic sponsors here at Talk Norwich City, supplying the best strengths coaching to all sorts of people across the fine county and beyond. He says we're missing Skip. I agree. Jack, do you think we're missing Skip already?
Yeah, I think Vrancic certainly brings something different, and I don't think it's box to box and defensive work. And it will leave us more open, but you would hope that Vrancic can find that killer pass that we haven't really been able to do tonight. We've just gone past 700 viewers. Let's try and get to 1,000 before the end of the game. That would be brilliant. That would make me smile.
Look, I think Mario Vrancic, I think Farker has made the right call here, and I think he's basically gone for a calculate. Oh, referee, that's a foul. Get him in the book as well, by the way. Get him in the book. You're going to bottle it? Okay, you're going to bottle it.
PP, here he comes.
I think Daniel Farker has made the right call, and that's an interesting substitution. I think Daniel Farker's made the right call making that calculated gamble. Pookie not so happy with Daniel Farker there. Did you see that bit of afterwards?
No, I think that's the right sub. That's the sub that I wanted to see earlier. Pookie on. Not a successful night for Pookie and Hugill, it must be said, but it hasn't been a great night for anyone. 5 minutes left of this game to try and get a goal. All of our attacking outlets now on the pitch. Cantwell, Buendia, Plaheta, Vrancic, Ida.
It's been muscled out there. I think it's way too tight central. We need to. Oh, that's a lovely layout from the ref. Go on, Max, break forwards.
I'm going to give a drop ball.
Bloody drop balls.
It was a lovely through ball. That was the best through ball of the night from the ref.
Lovely flick on from the official there with the blonde highlights.
Dodgy Barnett.
Absolutely extravagant play there. Brilliant.
Do you think we're going to get a winning goal here, Chris? Because it feels, doesn't it, like that Rotherham game where we were just crying out for that winner, and it did come eventually.
Is the Pope Catholic?
He is indeed.
Is water wet?
Right.
We're going to get.
That's late. He's already been booked, hasn't he, Clayton?
Oh, come on! Don't you dare!
He's been booked.
Oh, has he? Is he off? He's off. He's been given a red card. And Norwich City have been given an absolute gift here. No. There's no need to say fuck off, Adam.
I'll tell you what, my iFollow's just gone off as well.
Well, I'll keep you updated. There's some afterwards here between the Birmingham players. I don't know. I've no idea what the Birmingham player is moaning for here. He's not got the ball first. He's flown in on through the back of Toddy. By the way, let's praise Todd for actually making that happen there, by the way. because without Todd, that red card wouldn't have happened. Look, Jack, this is the perfect scenario for Norwich now. All Birmingham are going to do is park the bus. All of the pressure is coming now. Norwich City have got to take advantage of this.
Okay, here we go. Poeta down the left-hand side. This feels very reminiscent of the game against Rotherham, doesn't it? They went down to 10 men. Can we...
Yeah, it does.
Buendia, there's men forward here. Buendia into Adamida. Vrancic, he's done it.
Get in there. Come on, boys. Get in there. Come on.
Oh, we've done it. We've done it again. It's late. Mario Vrancic this time.
Bangs in a goal in the 86th minute to surely win the 3 points for the mighty Norwich City.
Oh, yes.
And see again, I'm going to give praise to Daniel Farke. He knew what he was doing, bringing on Mario. Oh, that's a lovely finish. And Anel Hernandez has just messaged me, Vrancic with a fist bump. Yes, Anel is buzzing. Anel, get your comments in so people can see how excited they are. That's poor goalkeeping. And by the way, Jack, I was watching the highlights from the Birmingham 1, Norwich City 3 game the last time they were at Carrow, and that goal from Mario Vrancic is a carbon copy. Sublime finish from the Bosnian Prince.
It's absolutely brilliant. And we said, didn't we, if we grind this Birmingham team down enough, they will give gaps. And it's that brilliance from Mario Vrancic. He scored so many of them goals the last time we were in this division. Birmingham down to 10, Norwich are 1-0 up. Cantwell's just been chopped. Now we kill this game off. And by the way, I'm sick and tired of this ref not booking players for going in hard on Cantwell tonight. Norwich are 1-0 up. Get your comments in. If you're really feeling, really happy, then leave a super chat. Leave a Ko-fi donation for the boys. Mario Vrancic just put Norwich City ahead. Another late goal for Norwich City. We've said it on multiple occasions in this stream and also against Rotherham. We will grind teams down.
And Jack, it's time to give our awesome dedicated viewers some airtime. Jen Hull, the mighty Jen Hull, says Yami. Here we go. There's loads here. Unlucky to the Birmingham fan that gave it large. Cheerio, Claire. Thanks for watching. Show X Tard Trill says yes. He also says thank God, which is totally agreed. It's me, James, says Mario over Rupp. Simon's dancing. Well, aren't we all dancing? Aren't we all? Ryan says Cantwell's a legend. Look, Cantwell instrumental in this game, getting the man sent off. Goalkeeper almost bottles that there, by the way. Adam Eder is hungry, isn't he?
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
He did that last time.
Dancing around the goalkeeper. He's
going to get booked for that, yeah.
I love that. I love that sort of shithousery. I really do, especially when it's not against us.
I completely agree. Oakley Rivers. Oh, you've taken it off. Oakley, huge statement. The top teams snatch 3 points in these sort of games. Yes. And the top teams get 3 points against Rotherham. Yes. And have we well, I'm not going to talk it up. We haven't got 3 points yet. But
that's
winning this.
I mean, the ref's got to get a grip on this game. Keep those yellow cards coming. Yeah, well done, ref. The referee
can't handle Cantwell.
I tell you what, I like this ref with the blonde highlights. He can come again.
It's because he's got hair like Todd.
Yeah, no.
They can't handle Todd Cantwell. You have to. The people that were saying, even when Todd Cantwell, is fit, that they wouldn't play him. Utter nonsense. He's run the show tonight.
Yeah, no, have to agree, Jack. Have to agree. I think that there was parts where, look, I've not been completely satisfied with Todd's performance tonight. I still don't, although he's been instrumental, I still think there's a lot of latent potential and a lot of things to get up to speed with, actually. But there you go. And Claire, once again, see you later. Thanks for watching.
Language.
Always nice to see a Birmingham fan.
Jamie says, last 2 watch-alongs, last 2 wins. Quit your job, Jack. Well, I can't quite quit my job yet, but we have won the last 2 games. Look, we'll be doing a live reaction on Saturday, so join us for that instead.
Cheesy Geezer's got a couple of words on the referee. He says that he looks like H from Steps. Best ref we've had this season. Jack, best ref we've had this season?
We've had a penalty or like a red card in every game, it seems, doesn't it?
Lovely. That's what we like. I tell you what, Jack, what I would really like as an early Christmas present is a convincing Norwich display. I thought it was going to come tonight.
I think this is a convincing Norwich display.
Mate, we're winning 1-0.
Yeah, I know, but we've created a ton of chances. Birmingham haven't had a sniff.
Yep.
I tell you what, if that goal comes in the 16th minute, you do call this performance convincing.
By the way, brilliant chest and brilliant, but absolutely extravagant play from Todd Cantwell there. Lovely ball through here to PP, who's Burns. Get that cross in. Oh, unlucky. This is all Norwich now.
Has been all game, mate.
Go on, Emmy.
Hit one.
No, he wants to win the free kick. Boys, just put it in the corner. Put it in the corner,
Mario.
No, he doesn't need to do that there. Doesn't need to do that.
Man of the match, Chris and Jack, says Kyle. I'd go with Todd.
Wow, really, mate?
Yeah.
Fair play to
you. I'll tell you why. He missed a couple of chances that he probably should have scored, but he has created the chances. He's drawn the fouls. He's been the one dropping deep to get the ball. He's been the one creating spaces. We watched this Vrancic goal. He's so good. I tell you what, just watching that Vrancic goal back, he's so good at taking shots quickly. Any other player would have taken a touch before he did that. He took the shot quickly. He scored a goal like that at Leeds away when me and Chris were there. Absolutely smashed. And it was one of the best goals I've witnessed.
I feel really sorry for Mario actually being left out the side, because it seems he's got such a good record for us. He really does. Get it out. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ, have mercy.
Birmingham, big chance there, crossing the box, unmarked, and they've missed, thank God.
Jack, I like your shout for man of the match.
Be careful here, Chris. There's 6 minutes of added time.
We'll be all right.
To switch on.
We'll be all right, mate. Jack, my shout for man of the match is Emi Buendia. I think he has been the heartbeat of this Norwich City side. He really has. I think he has been instrumental in every single bit of attacking play we've had. More shithousery from Adam either, and he's got to be careful there. He's on a booking. And I feel like this is part of Adam's game. Oh, by the way, a Grant Hanley mistake there. It's worth noting again.
Chance for Scott Hogan. It falls to him. If he gets his shot off there, it's a goal.
By the way, Emi Buendia again with the defensive work there, absolutely brilliant. And let's read out. Let's hear from the people now. Who's your man of the match? Get them in the comments section. We've got a couple of early shouts here. James Thomas on YouTube says "Rip man of the match." James Thomas on YouTube says "Rip." It's like they're trying to wind you up. Neil Luther on YouTube says Todd Cantwell man of the match. Get your man of the matches in, please.
Chris, just look out of your window quickly. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can certainly see it. Just quickly look out of the window. Can you see that light in the horizon?
Yeah.
That's HMS Pistol League coming into the docks. Come on, the boys. HMS Pistol League is back in the harbour. It's docked up. Have you got your first class ticket to get on board? I certainly have. Have you?
Yeah, I have. And by the way, thanks. Anel Hernandez still listening. He's WhatsApped me saying, definitely Buendia, bro. He is everywhere. His work rate has been incredible. There you go. Anel Hernandez's live reaction during the game. You don't get that on any other Norwich City fan channel. You don't get that in any other Norwich City media. Live reaction from a player during a broadcast. Anel Hernandez, thank you very much for watching.
Oh my God.
To agree as well. I think Emi Buendia has been ridiculous tonight. The boy has been on fire. Absolutely.
He's been the man of the match by Scott.
Yeah, sure. No, absolutely fair enough. Neil says Sky gave Cantwell the man of the match. Yep, totally fair enough.
Big up Ryan Fox, who says TNC best NCFC coverage by a mile. Well, if you say so, we'll take that as fact, my friend. Thank you very much. We've really enjoyed doing these watch-alongs. 1 minute of this watch-along left, and then we'll do a little bit of post-match coverage. We've peaked at about 7:50 tonight, slightly lower than what we did on Saturday. But again, it's so nice to be able to bring Norwich City fans together. And loads of you were saying that it made you feel like it's, of course, not a match day watching me and Chris ramble on, but it gives you a bit of community. Loads of you in the comments talking to each other. You can hear us talking. You know, it's something a bit different, isn't it? And hopefully you enjoy it. And we'll be back very soon for more of these.
We will. Yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you. Actually, I know we're not at the end of the stream yet, Jack. There's still a little bit of this game to go. But if you've enjoyed the show tonight, please drop us a tweet. We'll share as many as we can. We really appreciate the support. And also just want to take the opportunity as well now to to say thank you so much for everyone that actually put a bid in for Anel Hernandez's signed boots. By the way, Lucas Rupp here, brilliant play, gives it to Emi Buendia. Lowe's just, that's a poor ball there. That's
an awful pass.
Rare from Emi there.
That's the 6 minutes added time up.
Shit.
And Birmingham are going to break here, and they've got players over. Oh my God, it's 5-5 here.
No. Yes, get in there. Come on, the boys.
You know what the difference is between the Championship and the Premier League? That's a goal if that's a Premier League team. That's awful from Birmingham. They've got 4 on 4.
Yeah, I agree, mate, entirely. You're totally right. And Brummy Joe is absolutely furious. He's smashing his TV and he says, what a waste. Have to agree, mate.
Surely that's game over.
Tim Krul doing what Tim Krul does here. A bit of last-second shithousing. I'm sure he's going to tap his boot on the post as well. Go on, give it one of them, Tim. No, he's not done it. Well, fair play. He's being kind tonight. Lots of celebrations in the comments now. Shane says, let's go. There's loads. Oh, by the way, let's
go. There we go, Chris. 2 wins in 2.
Get in there. Get
outside, everyone.
Get there.
To the harbour and get aboard HMS PTL. Norwich are building an 87th minute goal from the Bosnian Prince, Mario Vrancic. He's beautifully groomed. He finishes beautifully. And I am delighted to have him in my side. Todd Cantwell, an image of him coming up on screen right now. Great game from him tonight. That is another absolutely crucial 3 points.
Lovely to see Daniel Farke give Mario Vrancic an embrace there. We know how much that he appreciates him. Great to see that. Lots of calls for a watch along. Jack, you better get it off work. Neil says Farke and his Parker. Wow, Tim's feeling, I was about to say another rude word there. Tim's feeling happy. He says, breaking news from Farke, 15 straight wins inbound. Katie's buzzing on YouTube. She says, boom, with the muscle emoji. We love to see that.
I saw a little smirk from Farke there. He's happy with that one. He's very happy with that one.
And good. And so he should be. And I'm going to be the first to praise him tonight. I thought his team selection was absolutely superb. I genuinely think that's one of the best team selections I've seen since Daniel Farke has been a head coach. Honestly, I really do. I love how positive it was. I love that front 4. I know it didn't really work that well, but that intention was the right intention. It was the right setup against Birmingham, and it paid off in the end. It really did. I think effectively Daniel Farke's lineup tonight meant that we really, really tired them out.
Definitely. 75% possession, 23 shots, more than the weekend, only 4 on target, and apparently 0 clear-cut chances. Absolutely, all over Birmingham tonight. They had 26% possession. They had 6 shots. They didn't have a sniff the whole night. Norwich were absolutely dominant.
Lynn's buzzing. She says, love our Super Mario. Shane, he says, get the beers out. Shane, we're both on a detox at the moment for various reasons.
Carl with a good comment. He says, wow, one of the most one-sided games I've ever seen. Great result. We kick on from here now. Showed resilience and great discipline. Watched all the way from snowy Minnesota, USA.
Oh, I love that.
Carl, my friend, thank you so much for watching from snowy Minnesota. And Norwich are up to 7th in the table. We are level on points with 6th place Watford. Birmingham dropped down to 17th place in the division. 2 big wins from Norwich, and guess who's up on Saturday? It's Wickham, who are absolutely horrendous. They've lost 6 from 6. They've lost again tonight. It's going to be a similar game on Saturday. Wickham are going to be sat back. They're going to be defensive. I think they're going to be slightly easier to break down than Birmingham, but another fantastic opportunity for Norwich to win that one.
Back. Wickham, and I know I'm saying this early, Wickham are the Championship's whipping boys. We have to whip Wickham. We have to. That's the sort of display where we need a 3 or 4-0. And I think as well, by the way, 2 wins under the belt, the confidence goes up another notch. But Jack, I'm already thinking our confidence is 10 out of 10. So I'm really excited to see where we can go. Really excited. And I'm really excited to see Daniel Farke's team selection against Wickham, because look, I would personally keep it the same. I would honestly give Pookie and Hugo another go together. I really would, because I think that partnership in the Championship could still be good. I think people in the comment section, and of course yourself, Jack, have said that it didn't work tonight. But I say give it time. I think that those two have got some unfinished business together. Really am. And just want to give one more shout out to Anel Hernandez. He says, "Good night, everyone. I will have a good sleep again tonight. See you soon," with a wink face. Anel, thanks for watching, my friend. Really appreciate your time as always. Stephen's buzzing with 7th place. He says, "EIEIO, up the Football League we go." Absolutely love that. Jack's mum, she says, sounding as though the team are gelling well. Yeah, I agree with that. Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, I do. I don't think I would start the same team as tonight against Wickham. Would be going. No, I'd be starting Poeta. I'd be moving Hernandez into the 10, and I think I wouldn't actually. I would keep Vrancic on the bench, but I would get him on the pitch earlier. I'd get him 60-minute mark. I'd be bringing Mario Vrancic onto the pitch. It was a really, I think someone mentioned it earlier, a disciplined display from Norwich tonight, because there was a risk that we could have been hit on the counter by Birmingham, but that didn't happen. And again, we just believed in our principles, in our in the way in which the patterns of play, I think that Daniel Farke describes it as. We saw that a lot, and I don't want to keep comparing this season to the 18-19 season, but you're going to when it's the same manager, and you're going to when Mario Vrancic scores the winner. But it did feel very reminiscent of some of them performances. And I think we said it before the game, Chris. What do we want from tonight? We want to win and we want a clean sheet. And we got both of them things. A very successful night for Norwich City, 2 wins in a row. And that's how you really build in this division. Momentum, wins in a row. Good opportunity again Saturday. Let's make it 3-3.
100%, mate. We said that the next 3 games after the international break were going to be key for Daniel Farke, and so far he's absolutely shut us up. And probably many people watching now, they started to doubt Daniel Farke. And look, I'll be honest with you, I did. I was thinking, is this going to work? But look, fair play to him. He's managed to grind out 2 excellent results, considering circumstances. And there's always that cliche of, teams that get promoted, like they win these ugly games. They do it that way.
Canary saying, all credit to Roop. Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he was more zippy about the pitch. He got a few good passes in. I thought he mopped things up nicely. That dynamic with Oliver Skipp looked a lot more convincing tonight. I thought it looked slightly disjointed at times against Rotherham. I thought they looked good. Both of them looked good. Again, I don't think I can criticise many players tonight. I don't think Hugill and Pukki necessarily worked, although it's fresh, it's new. That's going to take time to gel. But on the whole, very promising. And going into Wickham, will be strong favourites for that.
Absolutely, Jack. Let's make the final call now for people watching. Get your 1-sentence summaries in, and we will show as many as we can on the screen. Let's get them in.
This is a good one from Jeff Kirkland, and I completely echo Jeff's thoughts. Cantwell showed why it was so important that we kept in 100%. The people that wanted rid of Cantwell do not know what Cantwell brings to this side. We saw tonight, he draws fouls. He is our Jack Grealish of Aston Villa. He gets the ball, he wins fouls, he creates chances, he gets in promising positions. And although he didn't score tonight, although he did and it was offside, he will continue. And the development has been so good as well. He didn't put in performances like that in the Championship. Season in the Premier League, he's a completely different player. He's going to be crucial. And I desperately hope we keep hold of him for the entirety of this season.
Right, let's get some comments in. Cameron says, faultless from the defence tonight, other than the Hogan half chance. Yeah, Cameron, I agree with that. I think there's moments of worry still, but I think that's a completely valid observation. Alfredo WH on YouTube says, play the Polish Pele. Absolutely love that comment. Ryan says, we've got our mojo back. Love that. Still think it's slightly too early. I think we win 3 on the bounce. We've absolutely got our mojo back. Shane says, 1 word. He's not messing around with 1 sentence. He says 1 word, solid. Absolutely agree with you, Shane. Here we go. Dave piling in again on that big debate we had during that halftime break around Godfrey Gibson. He thinks that Gibson's an upgrade. Dave, I completely agree with you, mate. Completely agree. Indeed. Carl, he wants something different. He wants the lineup to change. He says Mario seriously showed why he needs to start. Look, we've said this time after time. Mario's been desperately unlucky in his time at Norwich. I think that he's always been such a good squad player. And look, only Daniel Farke will know what he puts in behind the scenes. But from my point of view, the stats don't lie with Mario Vrancic. You know, what he does on the pitch is absolutely brilliant. He always comes on, and the thing with Mario Vrancic, you believe that he will deliver. And I think that is why fans love him, and deservedly so, because he comes on, you win a free kick, and you just think that half chance, getting the Bosnian Prince on it is absolutely brilliant. Night Shift on YouTube says unclinical but dominant. Love that one sentence summary, by the way.
Quick one on Ko-fi. Last chance to get your Ko-fi donations or super chats in. Simon says, looking forward to the 24-hour live stream. Well, I'm sure we will do it. At what point we do it is another question, but we will get there.
We need to put as much pressure on Jack.
This is a good stat. 767 passes tonight, most by any team in the Championship. Look. I think that comment a moment ago, we weren't clinical, but we were dominant, and we can build on that. When you've got the ball, the other team can't score, and when you've got the ball, you've got a brilliant chance of creating chances. And 23 shots tonight, 21 shots in the last game. That's 44 shots in 2 games. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a curveball here, Jack, actually, from Alfredo on YouTube. He says Josh Martin against Wickham needs to happen. You feeling that?
No, not for me. Not for me. I like Josh Martin, but he's not better than anyone we had on that pitch tonight.
Okay, that's fair enough. But it's good to see. Good to see there is a hunger for Josh Martin to play. John Massey on YouTube says dominant possession pressured Birmingham into the red card. John, brilliant point, mate. We've spoken about how important the pressure is. Absolutely agree. And I would say possession and pressure, if that makes sense. I think that was the reason. And of course, we have to praise Todd Cantwell for getting his foot in there at that time. The red card happens. That's why the space was there for Mario Vrancic to pull off that shot and score the winner today. So absolute heads off. Blimey, we've not gone that crazy. Hats off to Todd Cantwell tonight. He was absolutely superb.
Look, and the thing is as well, it's right. There's not, in terms of defensive squads, that's going to be one of the best defensively drilled sides in the division because of Aitor Karanka and because of the work that he's done there. So the ability to just grind Birmingham down is really promising. They've conceded 3 goals all season, and we've put another past them. They didn't really look like scoring. Scott Hogan had a decent chance, but that was exactly what I wanted to see from Norwich tonight. There was tempo in large spells of the game. There was a bit of pace when Poeta was brought on. There were chances with crosses, Max Aarons and Javi Quintilla. The goal, a brilliant bit of quality from Mario Vrancic, and I hope we see more of that this season. But for me, it wasn't a faultless performance, but it's getting a lot better. We wanted, the most important thing was backing that Rotherham victory up, because what we didn't want that Rotherham game to be was simply a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
And we didn't want that to be a fluke, because if you looked at the stats and the fact that Rotherham had, 16 shots, you could have said, well, did we deserve the win? They were down to 10 men. Yeah, we did deserve to win that. And yes, we did deserve to win tonight. And now there's a real good chance to build something here.
Yeah, I agree, Jack. And just to go back to that car gear analogy that we used earlier on in the watch along, I think that performance tonight was in gear 4 throughout, actually. And I think the reason for that was we didn't get enough shots on target. I think now we go away. I think Rotherham was gear 3. This was gear 4. The tempo in the opening minutes was absolutely superb tonight. I think there was a point where we were actually almost 80% possession. But I think actually we've definitely got the ability to go into gear 5, even gear 6 against Wickham. We need more shots on target. I think that's the area of latent potential for Norwich City to fulfill. And I'm sure that Daniel Farke will be working on that in the week. Yeah, no, 100%. And to top things off, put the cherry on the top of the beautiful cake. Peter Bailey says Ipswich lost 4-1. What a night! Look, the wheels are already coming off, and the sail is up on HMS PTL. And hopefully we'll be sailing through the night. This isn't the comment I wanted to see. Sheringham beat Yarmouth 6-1 tonight. A clash of the coasts. At least we know that Yarmouth is still the finest coastal town in Norfolk and absolutely poos on Sheringham when it comes to coastal towns. That's an awful shout. Sheringham by far better than Yarmouth, and you know it. That's fraudulent from you. That's actually fraudulent. Anyway, before I annoy any other Norfolk coastal towns, should we wrap things up, Christopher? Yeah, let's do a bit of a summary each, and then close things off, Jack. So, yeah, to begin from me, look, I think tonight we showed our true capabilities. I think we showed why we are a highly rated team in this league. I think Daniel Farke shut up his critics. I think that Todd Cantwell bounced back, which was brilliant to see. I think we've seen the reason why Webber has probably done everything and anything to keep Emi Buendia. We've seen a more assured defensive display, only one half chance, as rightly highlighted. So yeah, all round for me, I would describe that performance as truly satisfying.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think them ground out victories are always more pleasing, defensively good. Krul hardly had a save to make. The midfield looked a lot more together this evening. Attacking in large spells, we were good. Work to be done with Hugel and Pookie, but I'm sure that will come. Apparently, Cantwell's just given a really good interview with Sky Sports, so I'm looking forward to watching that back, because I'm sure he's come out with some really good words, and I hope he's proven, as you know, most people knew, but there were some critics. Cantwell's heart has always been in this Norwich City fight, and whatever Farke has said, you have to take all comments with a pinch of salt until you hear both sides of the story. Hopefully now, after that performance and the comments that he's just said on Sky, we all now know that Todd Cantwell is fully behind Norwich City and will be a really big asset to Norwich this season. My one-word review of tonight is dominant.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Thanks so much to everyone for watching. Really appreciate your time and attention as always. We hope that you've enjoyed the show. Feel free to drop us a tweet if you have enjoyed it. We've loved seeing your setups tonight. And don't forget to put pressure on Jack for this 24-hour charity stream for our official charity partner, Big C. I want it to happen. Jack is currently bottling it, so make sure you put as much pressure on him as possible. Just honestly, a massive thank you to everyone literally across the world for watching this watch along tonight. Some people don't get it. They don't understand the reason for it, but I'm sure you guys that are watching now understand this is all about community. It's all about coming together at a time where we all need to fight loneliness as much as possible.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you've enjoyed it and you think a friend might, tell a friend, hit subscribe. We'll be back again on Saturday for Wickham. It's not going to be a watch along, but we'll be doing something for it, I promise you. And we'll be doing loads more of these this season. Have a lovely evening. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Norwich City have won. We're up to 7th in the table. And hopefully we will continue to win matches. Good night.
Come on, boys.